Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys and everybody doing today? Ladies as well. On this beautiful, beautiful Saturday. This is unusual, huh? Nice little pop up is what I'm calling it. Yep, we are doing live astrology. Good. Can I get the word out of my mouth? Live astrological is the word I really wanted to say. New moon solar eclipse readings for all those that are rolling on in. Hello, Soul Eunice. Wonderful seeing you here. And Caddy, wonderful seeing you as well. The people are joining here on YouTube. This is not going to be like a regular kind of rundown situation. Like I said, we're going to do on the spot live astrological readings specifically for those that pay. Those that pay via my Venmo, PayPal, or Cash App. If you don't know where they're at on Instagram, I need you to go to my bio and check out where those particular cash apps are. And here on YouTube is in the description box below. No one else will receive a reading because what I'd like to do is go deeply into the people that actually pay for it. And the way I do readings is that I zoom in on the folks. So everybody else are witnesses to the situation. Not unless you want to go ahead and get a reading. You have time. Go to my Cash App, my Venmo, or my PayPal, please. Even though we are doing the majority of the readings here on YouTube, I'm only introducing it on IG. We're going to switch off in a little bit off of IG to go strictly to YouTube. So please head on over there to Sonja Marie's Wordlife Astrology page. That's Sonja Marie's Wordlife Astrology page. If you have some time and you want to see how we do this process here, if you want to learn a little bit about astrology, I've given y'all tons of information about what this new moon solar eclipse 29 degrees Virgo is all about via my workshops, very successful and well attended workshop about 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago or so. And then also every week for the last couple of weeks, we've been talking about it. Now I really want to hone in on those that really want to know what's going on. I got this hit yesterday. It was like, just go on live and talk to the people, show people what it is that we do. Now, in my regular readings, in which you can go ahead and get, and it's, by the way, if you want to do that, if you want to go ahead and get a reading, I'm gonna switch back and forth. Let me see if I could do that right now. I'm gonna switch back and forth and see if anybody brings up their Cash App and your birth, your time, your date, and place of birth. Forgive me if I'm moving too fast and I'm losing a few of you. But again, if you want to get a quick 15 to 20-minute reading today, please give me $44 on Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. I'm gonna go back and forth to my emails to make sure anyone has come up because I have a few spots that are available, and I'll go ahead and bring your chart up. There are 3 people in the queue right now, and I'm gonna get started with them very, very quickly. I'm waiting for the notifications to go out. You know how it is. Technology can be a little slow, and I'm waiting for the people to come on here. I see the first one is here. Christy is here. Copper's Fox is here. Felicia's here. Terrell is here. I'm so happy that y'all are in the place to be. Yep, Christy, I got you, mamas. No problem. You're up third, actually. It'll be Naisia, Craig, and then you, Christy. I can't wait. Okay, I got you. I got all your information. So after I go through these 3 people, like I said, I'll go back to my email to see if anybody has Venmoed me, PayPal, or Cash App. $44 with your time, your date, and your place of birth. Okay. Once you do that, I'll go ahead and pull up your chart real quick. You have to give me a few minutes so I can do that. And by that time, I'm definitely going to have to get off of Instagram because I need my phone in order to pull up your chart. I like to use my particular app. And then we'll go ahead and, proceed and talk about that. Now, please know that as I slow down a little bit, please know that I do my readings per your ancestors and your guides. Astrology is an awesome front, I used to call it, in a sense that it's practical. It's information, but there's a lot of information that can even be told in just being specific about this new moon solar eclipse and how it's going to affect each and every one of you, right, per your chart. So what I often do is listen to your people. Know this too, that they will have, they can, not will, not definite, but they can have some side information too, some other messages in which they want to give you that may not pertain to the solar return situation. Okay, solar eclipse situation, in which you signed on for. So I hope you are open to that. And if you're not, just stop me and say, Sonja, I don't want to hear all of that. Just stick to the astrology. And hey, I will not take it personal. However, we don't control this thing here. And for those who wonder, if you want to get a full 90-minute read, please go to my website at wordlifeastrology.com and sign up for either a 90-minute reading or an hour reading, okay? And we can talk about what this solar eclipse is going to do for you. And what we do basically in that 90 and hour read, we talk to your ancestors and your guides, get some swift little downloads. We go into your chart and we'll talk about the solar eclipse situation and how it's affecting your natal chart. And then thirdly, we'll do a 5-card tarot spread. That's all within my readings, my individual readings. And by the way, we record them almost always. And in the recording, you get to keep them. You get to upload it to your computer and go back, because it's a lot of information. I went back, you can see on Zoom how many times people view it. And this one person viewed it at least 19 times. I was like, you better go ahead and do that studying. I appreciate people studying. I appreciate people getting the information and going and just being the best that they can be for who they are. By again taking the information and building on that for themselves and garnering their own perspective. Okay, so again, there's a few of y'all on here, and I'm so happy that you're here. You can let people know if you want that we are on here and we're doing these things. What we're going to get started really, really soon. Like I said, first up is Nicia, and I hope you don't mind me putting you on blast real quick, but we're going to go ahead and start with your chart. Okay, sweet lady? You ready? Give me a ready or give me a yes, yes, y'all. And we will begin. I'm so glad that y'all are here. Like I said, this is a very, very special situation in which I don't necessarily do. And by the way, happy, hi Empress. Happy new moon eclipse coming up tomorrow, by the way. That's tomorrow, the 21st at 3:54 p.m. Eastern time. Now, I can tell you this generally for those that are on here and just, witnessing and sitting by. I can tell you this generally. I should have did the buy wheel. No, that's too much information. Okay. I can tell you this generally, that if you want to do some type of ritual, you want to do some type of prayer, if you want to really be in the light of this new moon eclipse that's coming through, try to do it. This is the reason why I give y'all times. Try to do it at least 3 to 4 hours before and 3 to 4 hours after. That's when that new moon eclipse energy, or any full moon energy, any full moon eclipse energy, any moon energy, when it's going into that sign, that's when it is the greatest. So if you want to pray, you want to get quiet, you want to bring in this new moon, 29 degrees Virgo energy. And like I suggested, again, there are tons of videos, not only by myself, but by a lot of people talking about it. Like I suggested, this is a very, very, very auspicious new moon eclipse, because Virgo, like the village and I was talking about the other day, Virgo energy does nothing without being particular, without being definite, without being clear, without being service oriented. Virgo energy checks itself. It's critical for a reason. I like to say that Virgo energy is like the mice of the zodiac, right? Not too many people want to check the corners like mice do. Not too many people want to check the crumbs and the details and the particulars of what's going on in the room like mice do. And that's what Virgo energy is about. This 29 degrees Virgo new moon's solar eclipse. That's what it's all about. It's about nitpicking the details of who we are and what it is that we have built up to be in this moment in time, and how we are going to obliterate certain things, completely change, because that's when the eclipse comes in. The eclipse is like, nope, I'm gonna take the rug up from underneath your feet. I'm gonna change your life. I'm gonna make you new. The new moon does, right? So I'm gonna make you new almost in an instant. But please, Sankofa, but please understand this, that this information that I'm gonna share with the people that I'm doing live readings with today, okay, this information may take about a week or two for it to get to you, but I guarantee you feeling it. I guarantee there's a buildup. Okay, so let's talk about that thing. Hi, D Stokes. I'm so glad you're here. Let's talk about that thing. Like I said, if you want to get your own reading today, 15 to 20 minutes, pay $44. Go to my Cash App, my Venmo, my PayPal here on YouTube. You can go to any description in another video. You can go to in the description box. You can see what the Cash Apps are all about. Click it, pay it, and then I'll go to my my email after I do these three that I've already paid. I'll go to my email and see what's up, and we'll get you started. You have time. And if nobody decides to join us, then we'll be done after the three people, and that's cool too. All right, Nicia, let's go. Let's go. I'm going to do my best to be very, very particular. And what I mean by that is that Sonja sometimes can get really, really deep, but I'm going to respect your privacy as much as I can. Because can I be honest with y'all? Ancestors don't give a fuck about humans and their ego and what they want private. And I'm not saying this for you, Nicey. I'm telling this for anybody and everybody, even my damn self. They don't really have those weird kind of idiosyncrasies that we have, you know? So I do my best to hear what it is that they're saying, which is like blatant at times, and do my best to like translate it, especially in a public forum as such as this, okay? So forgive me and let me know if I'm crossing the line, okay? Now, this is where we're gonna start. We're gonna start with knowing that this new moon solar eclipse is coming in, like I said, at 29 degrees Virgo for Nicia. That lands in her 10th house. The 10th house deals with career. The 10th house deals with the world stage. The 10th house deals with public domain. It deals with rewards and awards, promotions, right? The 10th house deals with how you want the world to perceive you. Now that's quite different, and I have to make a distinction. Okay, now you see, I have to make a distinction that the first house has to do with how the world sees you too, because that's about identity. But the 10th house, you have some type of, for the lack of a better word, discernment over. You know, these are people's perspectives and perceptions of you, as well as what you allow them to see. So when this new moon solar eclipse, and please talk to me, when this new moon solar eclipse is coming in for you, sweetie, there's an opportunity to do one or three or five of all the things that I've just listed. But I'm listening to specifically an uncle. I don't know if an uncle has passed recently, or if you were close to an uncle, Nicia. Now, again, if the ancestors that are rolling in are not for you specifically, that only means that somebody's ancestors is being a little bit of a bully and they're pushing through. And I'm seeing other people's people. That's why I do my best not to do too many public readings, because it's literally like a crowded room in which I can't decipher who's for who. I'm not the best at that. Some people know how to do that in a crowd and do psychic readings in the crowd, and that's hard work. That's hard work, y'all. So if it's not for you, Nicia, it's absolutely for somebody's in here, somebody's uncle, a male, young male that just crossed over not too long ago. But I do see a male figure for you, Nicia, who's helping to guide this reading. And they're telling you that it's time to heard that very clear. They're telling you that it's time to step up and show the world who you are. Show the world in this 10th house what you're made of. Almost like you've been playing small a little bit. That this new moon solar eclipse, have you been feeling? And please talk to me, honey. And I'll give you time in order for the information to come through this YouTube situation. But have you been feeling in the past couple of years for sure that you've been like playing yourself a little bit small, that you haven't been giving yourself enough credit, that the world hasn't been giving you credit, that maybe possibly you've been busting your ass, you've been doing the things, you've been bleeding it on your knuckles, you've been showing who you are, but not too many people are recognizing it. And I'm not speaking from ego's sake, because it's different. It's absolutely different when the ego gets pumped up and says, y'all don't know who I am. You don't know what I'm doing here. You know, no. That's ego. But there's something inside of you that's saying, God damn, I've really been putting my best foot forward. And folks are not really checking this out. They're not seeing what I'm doing. A lot of fear, not giving myself enough credit for all that you do. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. So with this new moon situation that's coming in for you, now you see it's changing the game. It's changing the game Virgo style. And it's making you realize, first and foremost, here we go. You have to do a little bit more. Not necessarily, okay, let me rephrase that. Not anything more or better, but specific, more organized. For instance, maybe you've been working a lot to show people who you are. Maybe you've been working a lot to show yourself who you are and how to put yourself out in the world. But I swear what I heard just now is like 3 clicks is what I heard. Don't ask me why the word clicks came up, but somebody said there's 3 clicks, meaning there's 3 things that you can do. For example, market yourself better. For example, call Big Daddy or call somebody that got the money. Call, like you've been holding back, not being able to call a particular person or ask for some type of assistance because maybe you feel like you don't want to. What sign are you again? You got to always revert back to the sun of Aquarius. Oh, of course, Aquarius, because Aquarius feels like it knows it all, right? So you have to kind of, in my opinion, in the readings that I do my best to see the whole picture and the whole personality of a person. So here comes this incoming new moon Virgo energy that says specifically you got to ask for help. Well, the arrogance of an Aquarius will be like, I'm not asking for help. I'm not, are you crazy? Like, no, I can do this on my own, because why? Aquarius's favorite phrase, as I said this before, is I know. I know what to do. I know who to call. I know how to make this work. But what they're saying is that this new energy that's coming in this 10th house is telling you, yeah, you may know X, Y, and Z, but you don't know how to do A, B, and C. And in the past, you've been shooting what they say, cut your nose off to spite your face. You've been doing the things around the things that you really, really need to do, is to ask for support. These 3 things that they're saying: ask for support. Reach out to one person that has a little bit of money and keep and keep your books, is what I heard. The 3rd thing, keep your books, keep your things organized. Nice here. Is this making any sense? Talk back to me, please, honey bun. So that's the new energy. But here's the deal. You don't have no choice. Because remember, even though I am listing all these things in which I'm hearing spirit and my ancestors and your ancestors convey, even though I'm hearing all these things, it's been happening for you already, because the eclipse says, I'm setting this up. This is where we're going. I just need for you to give it permission. Naisia, does that make sense to you? Let me read your comments before I go on. That is where I am, because someone is always looking for something. But when I help others, it's from the heart, not wanting something from them. Right. I get that. So, yeah, it's your turn. It's your turn. And again, and this is no dig, but we all got our shit, right? Forgive me, y'all. I'm drinking this green tea and it's going to make me sweat. The caffeine always triggers this perimenopause shit. But I need to pump up a little bit. Here's the deal. This is no dig, but Aquarius has a very, very interesting attitude to arrogance. With arrogance. You know what I mean? Like you, again, you stick with, I know what I need to do. I know. But then when you recognize you do for people and you want some type of respect and or what's the word? The respect and the reciprocity, it may not come like that. And I'll be honest with you, sometimes we have to learn that the hard way. Oftentimes we do the thing because God says we have to do the thing, not because we're receiving something from it. It's almost like doing these goddamn lives. Am I going to make $1,000,000 in which I need right now? Hell no. Because only 3 of y'all signed up and the rest of y'all are just peeking in and seeing what's going down. You dig? Will I make a lot of money? Hell no. But Spirit says do it anyway. Spirit says do it anyway, Naisia, because that newness is coming from you in your 10th house. Your career, your perspective, and how people see you in the outside world will expand if you do what Spirit tells you to do. Now, this is what we also have to do. We also have to look, because I don't want to harp on that. We only have until about 12:30, 12:35, right? My time. So here's the deal. With that in mind, there's some things in your chart that's going to help you or be a little bit of a challenge for you. Okay? Understand this. Now, this is where it gets deeper because this is where the readings really come into play. I'm letting y'all know. If y'all want to get a 15-minute reading, drop $44. My Cash App, Venmo or PayPal, and I'll go to my whatchamacallit, give me a time, date, and place of birth, and I'll go to my email and check it out after I do Naisia and the rest of them. But this is where it gets juicy, Naisia, because sometimes within our personality, we get a little pushback. Sometimes within our personality, it's like, I don't want to do that. Or sometimes we get a little bit of help. So how do we see? This is the deal. Ooh, girl, that's a big one. You have Neptune at 26 degrees Sagittarius. Sagittarius and Virgo, which a new moon solar eclipse is in. Virgo at 29 degrees, your Neptune at 26 degrees Sag, they don't like each other. So whatever is coming in for you that's new, get this, Naisia, whatever is coming in for you that's new, the details that you have to do, the people that you have to call in order to get the support. So in your career, in your promotion, in your world stage, you can pump up and get what you deserve, get that new job, get that new position, get that promotion, that higher up. Your Neptune is like, I'm confused, bitch. I don't know what the hell is going on. Because Neptune deals with confusion, delusion. Neptune deals with prayers and spirit. Neptune deals with art and music. Neptune deals with drugs. Neptune deals with escapisms. So is there a part of you that's fighting this new by escaping, going to chocolate cake, watching TV all day? Going to the things that hold you back. Now, here's the other part of that too, is that Neptune, your Neptune being in Sag, the reason why you escape and the reason why you don't want to see this new moon energy that may come in, that may be clouding and diluting you, is because you want to get to the happy quicker than quick. Now, you see it, talk to me. Does this make sense to you? You want to get to the happy quicker than quick. Hey, where do I go to pay? I think I just told you, sweetie pie. And anybody on YouTube, I would greatly appreciate your help if you can assist anybody if they put up any questions, okay? And you have the answer for, because I'm on a roll and sometimes I don't want to stop, okay? When I'm in with the client in this moment, in this live situation, right? Naisa, you hear me on that? It does make sense? Good. So that's a big deal. Now I'm going to tell you specifically what's blocking that for you. Specifically, it's your identity. Specifically, it's in the first house. So it's, again, I think I alluded to this earlier. It's the way you used to be. It's the way you've been presenting yourself. Ooh, and you got Scorpio on that rise. So there's like thank you, God. There's a trust issue to that. I don't trust myself. I don't trust the people. I don't trust myself. Let me start all over. If this newness is coming in your 10th house, making you get that promotion, saying you need to get this, but your Neptune in the first house, which is in Sag, but Scorpio is at the gate going, I don't trust it. So I want to delude myself. I want to escape in those things. I want to get a little confused. I don't know because I don't trust it. I'm not fully pumped up yet. You got to close your eyes and jump, Naisia. I said that with all the love. Did you hear the love in my voice when I just said your name? You gotta close your eyes and jump, baby, because that Scorpio energy is trying to hold you back. Does that make sense to you? Yeah, I know you get that. But and here's the other part of Neptune though. Even though it's a square and the adverse reaction is always going to start, is always going to kick off, is always going to be prominent, y'all. But we can flip it, especially with Neptune, because Neptune also deals with God. Neptune also deals with spirit. Neptune also deals with the ethereal. Neptune deals with your spirit guides and your ancestors. So what you can do in this moment, instead of getting afraid and not trusting it and blocking it, and the three things that we said at the top of this, I'm glad it's going to be recorded so you can go back and check this out. Those three things that we talked about, what needs to be done to be true, to be really, really true, is that you got to go to prayer. You got to go into some ritual. You got to do, thank you. What I just saw, what I heard you do is to do your best. They said, give yourself a week, honey, to just step away from all the things you know that are holding you back, not forever. They said it's not necessary because certain escapisms bring you pleasure, bring you joy, and that's for everybody. But certain escapisms help you to move on because that Aquarius in you just wants to keep it light and airy and keep on going. Sometimes you don't want to stay with the ritual because you need difference. You need to be, a little bit different every now and again. And that everybody understands that. But the bottom line is you got to hone in on some discipline every now and again. And for a week, do the things prayer wise, do the rituals, light candles on your altar, call them in, do what you need to do before you go to bed to clear your space. They said what helps you best is taking a shower before you go to bed. I don't know why that was so specific. Excuse me for burping, but it's almost like you got to wash the thing off. You have to wash all the day off so you can go to bed clearly. You can go to bed and they can dump information into your sleep time. I hope this makes sense, Naisia. Let's look at something else that may be blocking you in this moment. Okay, that's a good deal. That's a good deal. This is no block, but check this out. 29 degrees Virgo coming in that 10th house. It's hitting your descendant. The descendant is the cusp, the door, the line on your 7th house. 7th house is partnership. Okay, so here's the deal. That newness that wants to come in begs for you to get a partner, Naisia. Begs for you to get a business partner, to get some type of personal partner, an account, like what they call it, accountability partner, and or at the very least, check your competition in the best way possible. Meaning, if you want to, this new moon energy that's coming into this 10th house is saying, I need you to expand in your work area, right? Well, check the other people that are doing the same thing. If this promotion is going to come to you, one of the things possibly, maybe there's 4 things out of the 3, maybe there's something in that 3, or there's a 4th thing that says you got to check the people that are doing it. But again, that can go up against that Aquarius. Oh shit, because Sonja is good. Aquarius is actually squaring that descendant. The Aquarius is you have Taurus on the descendant. Aquarius and Taurus don't get along. So that's very, very true. The Aquarius is like, I don't need a partner. I don't need nobody. I've been doing this. I go to school to do this shit. I've been doing this thing. My competition, fuck them. I'm going to do it in a whole nother direction. I'm going to do it in a whole another way. That's cool. We get that. We get that. We understand that. But get this. The new moon solar eclipse ain't playing with none of us. And it's saying in order to get this new life, in order to step into the new, there's some things you got to tweak. And there's some things that haven't been working for you that you have to get on board now. Understand that, Naisia? You with me still, boo-boo? Now, this is the best of the news I want to tell you, and I'm going to leave you with this. And I hope you have a question or two before I go into the next person. That North Node that you have, the North Node at 22 degrees Cancer, come on, baby. It's a little far, 7 degrees away from that new moon solar eclipse that's coming in, but it's there. It's enough to say that whatever it is that you do, whatever changes that are coming through for you, solar eclipse style, you understand this? It's purposeful. It's going to bring you where? Deeper. Because your North Node is in the 8th house. It's going to bring you where? In better relationships with contracts, with other people's money. Didn't they say that earlier? Oh, shit. Yes. So, okay. Because the 8th house, your North Node, I get excited like this all the time, even in personal readings, y'all. I can't stand it sometimes because the information comes through and it's like click, 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 click. The 8th house has to do with other people's money. The 8th house has to do with legalities. The 8th house also has to do with the subconscious as well. It's Scorpio's house. The 8th house has to do with sex. But in regards to this new moon information that's coming through this 10th house, which is all business because it's Capricorn, which is all ambition, right? Which is all promotion, like I've been saying. It's hitting your North Node, cousin, in the 8th house. That's going to highlight the 8th house information that has to do with that 10th house. So here's the deal. So it's saying, I need you to, with this information coming in, your contracts are going to get better. That's the part they said you have to be able to trust, because the new contracts will be better. They won't be like 2015. They won't be like 2019. You got to trust it. Because it's in Cancer, your North Node, you'll have more self-care. You'll be able to read the contracts different. You'll be able to, my left hand is hot. You'll be able to read the contracts different. You'll be able to love yourself different in this. You got new eyes, boo-boo. You got to trust it. And with your prayers and Neptune standing beside you, you got to trust it. And I negated to say this real quick, but Saturn is in Libra. That is a semi-sextile at 22 degrees Libra. That's semi-sextile to this new moon solar eclipse energy that's coming in. And what it's saying is you just got to be, disciplined about it. Again, the rituals. But again, lean in. Thank you, Spirit, for that little poetic line. Lean into your own authority, because you're the boss of you. Because you're the boss of you. Ooh, Nicey, I hope that helped. You have a question real quick before I check these emails and see what else is going on? I'm doing my best to keep this at the very least. Okay, we got a couple of people. At the very least, I'm gonna come back to y'all. 20 minutes. So we have 3 more people that signed up. We only have 2 more positions left. 2 more spots left, because I said I wasn't going to be on here longer than 2 hours and 20 minutes or so. With my rituals, can I keep using my white candles? Yeah, they said white candles, but ooh, can I be real specific? You got to clean it though. You got to clean the altar. You got to clean the candles. You got to sage the candles off. I think what you do with those white candles, what I just heard, is that you put them on there. And this is no dig to you, but you put them on here. You'll light the candle and be like, do the thing. You may not say the words, but you'll be like, all right, do what you do. Light the candle. What you got? But baby, you got to put some different intentions. Like you got to pray. You got to take a beat. You got to slow down. You understand what I mean? You got to do it when you're relaxed. You got to clean the area. I also saw some plants. Like you got to put some greenery on that. Now you see, does that make sense? Am I the only one laughing, or is that you laughing up here? You're like, shit, if this is the ritual, right? I showed up. Yeah, honey, but you got to slow down long enough, especially for your uncle and for your grandmother that just walked in. As a beautiful, beautiful lady. She's short as shit. She's about 5'2", and she's like, yes, that's it. She likes lace. Okay, I'm going to get off of you because they coming in now. But she likes lace. So I think that you should put a doily underneath not underneath the candle, because I don't want it to get hot and start a fire, but next to the altar. Like you got to make it pretty. You got to make it pretty. That's you laughing? Okay. You got to make it beautiful and intentional. They said the white candles work. Yes. Also white flowers. I just see green and flowers around it too. And put it in an area where nobody can see. people like to put, and this is for everybody. I'm gonna leave off for you, Naisia. Thank you. I thank you for entrusting me in this process. We're gonna go over to Craig now. I hope Craig is on here. Okay, and then Christy is up next. But what people don't realize is that altars and sacred places in which we elect spirit to come in and talk to us, you're so welcome, sweetheart. I hope it was worth it for you. We don't realize that we can't have those altars and sacred spaces public for people to come and go, hey, what's that? Oh, I like that thing. One time, this person came into my house and saw this Hindu figure that I have and was like, "Ooh, that motherfucker's ugly." And I turned around and I said, "You know, that motherfucker you talking shit about is the one that pushes away negativity and puts little spells on people." I said, "You might want to second guess." Do y'all get y'all get what I'm saying? You might want to think twice about talking shit about people's sacred spaces and belongings. You get what I'm saying? And spiritually invoked items where prayers lay, you know? And it is our responsibility, again, to keep them kind of secret and sacred as well. So that's one of the things now you see they want you to do. Be more intentional about keeping it sacred. And that's for everybody too. Not sure if I signed up correctly, but I did leave a message on Wordlife Astrology page. I did Cash App. Okay, Ange, I got you. And you know I have your chart, so we'll figure that out. I need y'all's patience. Y'all can go in and out. But this is, if y'all don't know, I'm doing individual readings for 15 to 20 minutes, however long spirit says. And you can come in, you can witness. There's 2 more spots that are available. If you want to sign up, I will shut it down when I get those next 2 people. Otherwise, we're gonna keep it moving, okay? And y'all can maybe learn you something. If you have a burning question, y'all know what to do, right? Put a whole bunch of question marks behind it if you think it's something that I need to see. I hope Craig is up. Craig, you here? Craig, you here, honey bunny? And if not, I'm just gonna go through it real quick. And by the way, I am choosing people in the order in which the emails came in, just to let y'all know. Okay, Craig, thank you. Cool. So, Craig, thank you again for entrusting me. Hello, Pat Gay. Dr. Pat, how you doing, sweet lady? We are doing individual readings today, 10 to 15 to 20 minutes. Maybe they want me to do 10 to 15 minutes. That's the second time that happened, huh? Okay, Greg. We're doing individual readings, Dr. Pat. I hope you can pull up a chair and learn you something. I'd appreciate it. And I'm so happy that you are here. Craig, he's a Gemini, by the way, everybody, just to let you know. And that 29 degrees Virgo lands in his first house. So there is absolutely a new identity coming in for him. If you want to learn astrology and what it is that I'm saying, check out the repetition. That's how you learn. So we are 29 degrees Virgo. That's solar eclipse tomorrow at 3:54 p.m. Eastern time. It's landing in Craig's, and we've been feeling it. We all been feeling it, right? It's landing in Craig's first house. The first house deals with identity. The first house, like I said earlier, is not about how the world perceives you in your career like it was for Naisia, but it's mainly how Craig wants to put himself out in the world, how Craig is showing up in the world. Y'all gonna catch this new hairdo. Y'all gonna catch this new wardrobe. Y'all gonna catch, at the very least, I'm gonna smell different. You know what I mean? I got a new cologne out this mug. Y'all gonna catch this funk. You're gonna catch, not funk in a bad way, funk in a good way, like funk, funk, like that kind of funk. You're gonna catch this new attitude, is what Craig is saying to the world. But it's in a very, very particular kind of way because it's Virgo, right? So there's some things in which you've been dying to change about yourself. Now, this is interesting, and I'm gonna say this clearly, because you are a Gemini. And like the village knows, and a lot of astrology students knows, it has to do with degrees. This 29 degrees Virgo that's coming into your first house is far from your Gemini degrees, but, and a big ass Yonkers, but Gemini don't like Virgo. So there's a part of you that's really thrown off by the fact that you have to be somewhat discerning, Craig. You have to be somewhat particular about how you change yourself up. Because the Gemini in you, let me just say this, you are ready for a new Craig. Does this make sense to you, baby? You are ready for a new Craig. But air signs are funny like that. Like I was just teasing Naisia. Air signs are funny. Sometimes they're so realistic. Air signs can be Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. So realistic, so factual, right? That the bottom line is like, okay, I got all my shit, all my ducks, all the information in a row or whatever. Let's do it like right now. Don't work like that. And Virgo is telling you it's not working like that. It's not working, Gemini, that all of a sudden, if I want a new life, then I should have a new life. If I want to be a new me, then I'm going to come out and y'all motherfuckers just better eat it. But here's the deal. You got to be Virgoian with it. You have to be discerning with it. What does that look like? You can't talk to certain people. You can't present yourself and who you are to certain people. They're not going to get it. They're not going to understand it. They're not just going to take it. Craig, you may have to change your appearance. You may have to change how you look, how you dress, how you show up. Where the shit talking Gemini, and I love y'all. I'm not talking shit to you, but I love Geminis because Gemini has their own, I am who I am. Take it or leave it. Like I said about 3 or 4 times, right? However, when Virgo comes in, Virgo don't like Gemini. Remember, they deal with things differently. So Virgo's like, yeah, I know that's the case, but to be truthful with you, I need for you to do this particular thing. I do need for you when you walk into a room to put your chest up. I do need for you to change up your wardrobe. I do need for you to pay attention to the master communicator that you are and just not say shit out the side of your neck, but really be very, very particular about the words that you use, because the words that you use and the things that you say and how you say them means something. And that's going to present a new identity to people. That's going to show people that you either serious or you still playing. Craig, does this make sense to you? I know you're laughing at me, but does this make sense? You know what I mean? I need to know that, right? There's certain, okay, good. There's tweaks in which the Gemini don't necessarily want. And Sonja is right. Spirit said in my mind, look at his Mercury. Your Mercury, boo-boo, is 26 degrees Gemini. That new moon solar eclipse, 29 degrees Virgo, is squaring your Mercury at 26 degrees Gemini. Of course, you got to change the way you talk. Of course, you got to change the way you think. And in particular, in your job, in your career situation. Now, you want a better career? You want to move forward? You want to present yourself? You want better for yourself? You have to present yourself better. That is the idea, and that is the science behind this new moon solar eclipse for you. But again, the Gemini can't fight it. The Gemini can't say, okay, I'll do that on Monday and Tuesday, but on Wednesday and Thursday, I'm going to dress how the fuck I want to dress. That's not working no more for you, baby. It's going to take money out your pocket, and it's going to garner less respect for you. You don't have to be sorry. It's okay. And remember, this is recorded, so you don't have to take notes. It's going to stay up here on YouTube, okay? You just got to, plain and simple, somebody said you're going to have to be an adult. There's a beautiful woman on the other side for you. She's no nonsense. She's sitting there just like this. I almost feel like she's either a young grandma that passed over or she's an auntie. And she's sitting there like, tell him. I've been trying to tell him. I've been trying to tell him to clean his room. I've been trying to tell him to pull his pants up. I've been trying to tell him to go buy some new shoes. I've been trying to tell him that you got to show these people that you are serious and you ready for this work. Again, that Mercury, though, that Mercury is all about talking, and Gemini is about talking. You got Mercury in Gemini, and you a Gemini, you could talk a good game. And you got Venus in Gemini, and you got Chiron in Gemini. So a lot of times when you talk your good game, you put out your wounds too. Maybe that's the thing that you need to change. Sonja is good. Check this shit out. You know why I say I'm good? Because your Chiron is at 28 degrees Gemini. Come on, D Stokes, you still in here? Any astrology students? Come on. 28 degrees Oh, I wish I had a longer time with you. 28 degrees Gemini is your Chiron. Chiron is the wounds. Here comes the new moon solar eclipse telling you that you have to have a new identity, but it's squaring off your Chiron, boo-boo. It's forcing your wounds to come on out. All the things that you don't want to admit about yourself is literally blasting you in your face like shit in the middle of the fan. Come on, Craig, does this make sense? That makes all the sense in the world to me. But here's the beautiful thing. Although it is challenging, understand this, y'all. This is general information. Whenever I say squares, yes, it's challenging, but it's always iron sharpening iron. If you adhere to the difference, if you adhere to the rub, if you adhere to the things that want you to do a little bit different outside of what you normally do, trust and believe you will grow up. You will blow up because of it. You will graduate. You don't have to do it all completely, right? But you have to take a little bit of what that Virgo energy is doing and saying and promoting. And Virgo energy promotes detail, discernment, service. You got to care a little bit more about other people. I know you're a service-oriented people because Gemini is mutable too, and it likes to service with information. But Virgo says you got to service with your time and with your patience and with your care. Earthbound side. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense to you. It's very good news. Thank you for saying that, D Stokes, because even though this new moon, because it feels agitating. I'm telling you, it feels agitating to you because I'm trying to see what's helping you though. It feels, oh, that's good. Let me get to that in a minute. It feels agitating to you because this new moon solar eclipse, you're like, God damn, I want it, but you really want me to be a new person. How am I be able to talk my thing, get my money, meet my people, process life differently? I can't think like that. I can't think with organizations in the way that I like to, but you can, because Gemini is a producer. Gemini is a puppeteer in a sense. Gemini has compartments in life, and Gemini energy just needs to make sure those, with this new moon solar eclipse coming in, make sure those compartments are pristine. Go ahead, Sonja. Come on now. Go ahead, Spirit. It's really Spirit. I'm just putting it on myself because I'm feeling hot about this time for you. I'm feeling hot about it. It's good news. You're going to come literally within the next 4 months. You ain't going to be the same. You ain't going to look the same. I also heard that the big indication is your skin. Your skin is going to change. I don't know how. Well, I do kind of know how. What I just saw is like there'll be less bumps and or a different color and or smoother. Why? Because that new moon solar eclipse coming in that first house of identity is going to hit that Chiron, like I said, and allow an eruption of wounds to come out of you. But then once you start adhering to it, because you have no other choice, literally, you have no other choice. Once you start adhering to the rub and doing the changes, your skin will clear up. Craig, you heard that? Did you hear that? Here's what's going to help you though, boo-boo. Your Uranus is at 29 degrees Sagittarius. Okay? Ooh, I don't know if that's going to help. Let me backtrack on that. You know why? Because Sag is absolutely a square to that Virgo energy too. Ooh, this is going to work you over. Craig is absolutely going to be fine, Dr. Pat. Absolutely. People rooting for you over here on IG, Craig. He's absolutely going to be fine because he's smart. That Gemini energy figures it out. You got your brain on your side, brother. Once it clicks for you and you recognize that these are the things that you have to do in order to move forward and it clicks, it's going to be a piece of cake. But understand what else is kind of bugging you out too. If y'all don't notice, this is a commercial and a little bit of a squirrel. Excuse me. My readings are not fluffy. They far from fucking fluffy. Okay? I'm not that chick. You're going to have to listen to somebody else. You're going to have to get your information from somebody else if you want them to stroke your ego. Because Sonja's not going to do it. I'm telling you what's coming for you. I'm showing you what the universe is doing is best to develop you as the fullness of who you are and why you came. And there's good and bad. There's ups and downs. There's challenges and there's some good things. You know what I mean? There's some helpful things as well. But you got to see it all, baby. And according to your chart in this moment with this new moon solar eclipse, I'm almost done with you. With this new moon solar eclipse that's coming through, you got to know that these challenges are pushing you out the freaking toothpaste tube. You get that analogy? You get that analogy? So let me go back to what I was saying about Uranus, because this deals with your home. There's some sporadic changes that need to happen in your home too. Craig, did you hear this? Uranus at 29 degrees Sag is sitting in your fourth house of home, family, foundation. So possibly you feel a rock in your foundation, a rocking in your foundation. You may have to move. You may have to sell a house. You may have to move into a smaller room. Like they said earlier, somebody said you got to clean your room. You got to change up your environment. You understand? You have to create a better foundation for yourself in order for it to move, in order for you to get what this new moon is all about and create this new identity. Ooh, I hope this helps you. I really do. Because if you do that, look what's sitting right next to your Uranus, your Saturn at 0 degrees Capricorn. Capricorn loves Virgo, boo-boo. So the sporadicness of your home life right now and/or your foundation, or the fact that you got to clean your environment, okay, or your family going batty crazy right now around you and through you and about you, or whatever the case, in order for you to change your identity or something linked to that identity, right? Saturn is sitting right next to it and saying, here's the good news. Here's the news that's going to help you. You got the muscle. You got the working ability. Not only are you smart with all that Gemini energy, but you have the capability. You have the authority within yourself. You were made for this, is the point. Saturn comes in and says, not only are we going to do the work, but Saturn says, I bring the elders. I bring the ancestors in your fourth house. I bring, and this is from the spiritual side, but more so to assist physically. They're showing up, giving you opportunities. You understand? They're showing you up, giving you a truck for you to drive because you need to get somewhere. You understand what I'm saying? Pay attention to the help. Pay attention to the support. Pay attention to the work that you need to do. That's what you lean into. Last words. It's not enough for you to lean on the talents of your mind. That is helpful, but the work is coming for you. You understand? It's less funny and more tapping in to the practical side in order for the newness to happen. Does that make sense? Oh, Craig, that was good. That was good for you, sweetie pie face. And we're going to keep it moving. I hope that helped. I hope that assisted in some kind of way. Christine is up next. Craig, do you have one question? As Craig gets his questions together, I would love to invite anybody that's coming in new, and please know that you are witnessing some live readings today. And again, Spirit told me we have to do this. We definitely have to do this for a few people that need it out there, because that new moon solar eclipse is coming in. Okay, we have one more position available for you to get a reading, because I don't want to spend too much time doing this thing here. One more person can slide on in. It's going to be a long live, but we're going to get everybody in there. Okay. Again, Craig, if you have a question, please, now is the time. And again, for everybody else coming on in, we have one more position available. Everybody else has already signed up for this 15 to 20 minute short readings that we're doing specifically about this new moon solar eclipse energy that's coming in for everybody. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful time. Even though the world is going batty, you know why the world's going batty, though, y'all. We've been talking about this for the last 5 years. Anybody been rocking with Wordlife Astrology? We've been talking about this. The shit's been growing. It's been mounting. Thank you, Duchess Plum. It's been mounting. It's been mounting. They losing. That's why it's going bananas. And that's why we have to snap into the newness of who we are, because their shit is going to fall off like a fucking wart. Understand that. It's not going to uphold. Even though the fear is out there and all the things are changing and all the people, there are people that are unfortunately dying. I'm not minimizing that. Not at all. But unfortunately, it comes with change. So we have to be prepared to step into our own individual new. That's why I'm doing this. Okay? My question is about a crush. A crush, but I can take what I heard and apply. Sir, this don't have nothing to do with your crush. This don't have nothing. There's that Gemini. Lord have mercy on my soul. You can't help a Gemini but to add some kind of funny about some flirtatious situation. I can't stand y'all. Y'all get on my nerves. Y'all get on my nerves, but I love y'all so much. A crush. We ain't talking about no crush. I ain't mentioned nothing about love, sir. Cutie pie. All right, we're moving on to Christina. I hope you here. Christy, you still here, right? You're up next. And again, I'm going in the order of how people paid and how their emails showed up. All right. And even when I go to the emails that people who just paid, I'm going by the time. Trust and believe. All right. Christy's still here, right? Craig, so crazy. Okay, there we go. All right, sweetie pie. September 28th. Libra. Christy, your new moon solar situation, new moon eclipse solar situation is coming in your fourth house. Ooh. Looky. If y'all want to get an individual reading, you can always book on my website, wordlifeastrology.com. I have an hour available and 90 minutes available. Go and do that now if you can't get into this little 15, 20-minute joint. Because it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. But Christy, let me tell you, remember, reference point. We're starting off 29 degrees Virgo. 29 degrees Virgo falls into your fourth house of home. Like I said, you may hear some repeating information because it depends on the houses, y'all, right? Of home, of family life. So some new information is coming through for your family, for where you live. You may want to purchase a home. You may want to move. Some new foundations around how you live. Now that can be actual, right? Or that can be proverbial, meaning like it can be actual foundation of the home in which you live in, right? Maybe you get new floors. Maybe you're getting, the basement is being fixed. Again, you can be getting a new house, or that's actual foundation, or the proverbial foundation of you just needing a new thing to stand on. Go with my poetry, Chrissy. You get that? So understand this. This is what's coming in new for you. You're welcome, Craig. This is what's coming in new for you, baby. Fourth house. Also family situation, right? Is there a new baby coming in? Is there new family members moving into your home? New family members moving the fuck out. You kicking rocks, like tell them to get out. Something new is shaping, is shifting. This is a little harder to say, but I've just been told to remind you of this. There may be somebody leaving, meaning death. The fourth house has to do with death as well. But because it's new and because it's a beautiful new opportunity with somebody leaving, it may be an opportunity for you to get somebody's house, for you to get some money, for you to get some inheritances, for you to, and again, I'm not trying to, what I'm trying to do is show you the beauty out of death and transformation, because the fourth house deals with that too. Again, it can be any of these things or one or two of these things, Christy. Go with what resonates with you, boo-boo. All right? That's how we have to build on this, because I can't see you and I can't talk to you and I can't ask you what it is, right? Understand that. So glad that y'all coming in. You're witnessing a live reading for about 8 people today. We're going to be here for a little bit. So make yourself comfy, or you can come back or just catch a little bit and then go on about your way. But I do appreciate you stopping by. Christy, this is the thing that got me going crazy. That 29 degrees Virgo, new moon solar eclipse is sitting right on top of your Pluto at 29 degrees Virgo and your Mercury at 27 degrees Virgo. Shit, you know what that's about? I'm sure you don't, because that's why you gave me $44 to figure that shit out. Pluto deals with transformation. Also, Pluto deals with death. Got to say that off cuff. So something's dying. Something's regenerating. Something is being reborn. Something is literally going deep to rejuvenate and regenerate who you are and what your life is about on the home front or around your family, again, or around the foundation of your home or where you live and the people coming in and out of it. Okay? With Pluto sitting here, it's massive. Does this make sense to you, Christy? If with Pluto sitting there, it's massive. But here's the other part of that that's riding tandem. You got to say something. You are being asked to plan something different. You are being asked to hear something different. Why? Because it's hitting Mercury too. So the transformation can't come without you absolutely utilizing a different process within your own mind to make it happen. It's going to happen with or without you. But if you say the thing and say it differently, because your Mercury is in Virgo sitting on, it's being hit by that vibration of that new moon solar eclipse, is forcing you to say something to make it better. So what I just heard too, by the way, there's an older man that's on the other side for you. He's really tall. And tall for me in my mind is like over 6 feet, but he looks long and lanky. And he has a black suit on with a white shirt with no tie. He's a really scholarly, upright type of dude. He's been your guide for a really, really long time. And what he wants you to do, thank you very much, sir. What he wants you to do is pay more attention to you. So the things that you have to say basically have to service you. You've been holding your tongue and you've been in denial on some level about what it is you need to do in regards to this home, what it is you need to process in regards to your foundation, this new moon solar eclipse information that's coming in. He says you have to change how you think and think more about yourself, be more discerning, because you've been giving up too much. You've been giving up too much. That hurt me real quick, like in the pit of my stomach, almost like sacrificial. I don't know if you're somebody's caretaker or if you've been looking out for your aunties or somebody. Or I just feel like you've been really giving too much. Now, here's the part of you. The Libra understands that. Remember, she is a Libra. Although your Virgo placements are being highlighted, and they're being highlighted in a new way, because that new moon solar eclipse is going, yeah, I got to bring out something different about your Virgo and how you think, Mercury. Something different about your Virgo and how you transform. Where at? In your home, with your family. So there's something you have to do different. And this is not making you a bad person, Christy. I hope this makes sense. This is not making you selfish. This is not making you flighty in any way. And even if you got to pay somebody to assist you so you can go and take a dump by yourself. I'm being graphic and funny for a reason, but when you can have a moment to yourself, do that. Do that. It's okay. Let me see what's assisting you. What else does she needs to know? Yeah, she got Gemini on the rise at 27 degrees. So your Gemini rising is even fighting it. Your Gemini rising is, for the lack of a better word, and the way Sonja likes to say it, is fucking it off. Oh, it'll be okay. Oh, I can do it. As long as I have the information. As long as I have this, because the Gemini and the Libra gets along, right? So the Gemini is telling the Libra, don't worry about what Sonja is saying right now, what my ancestors are saying right now. I'm not going to take 2 hours away. I'll just take 30 minutes away. But your ancestors said take 2 hours, take a whole day. Go hire somebody. Change how you're dealing with your family. Change how you're dealing with foundations. Change how you're thinking and how you're transforming your home life. You have to do it. Don't let that Gemini Don't let that Gemini energy on your horizon tell you different, Christy. Please don't do it, because Gemini, again, Gemini energy is wonderful for all the things that Gemini energy brings. I'm not here talking shit. I'm talking about the contrast between Gemini and this Virgo new moon solar eclipse energy. That's powerful. But your rising somehow wants to push that back because Gemini don't like it. Gemini don't like what Virgo is telling you. And Virgo is saying, be particular. Virgo is saying, I got to service myself. Gemini's like, yeah, we can service ourselves. Let's just go get some wine, girl. We're going to go take care of our aunt and drink some wine. We're going to service ourselves. Let's just go get some information and do this and be lighthearted about it. It's okay to be lighthearted about the things that you're doing, but not for this information that they want you to change. Not for this new person that you have to be. Christy, you get that? So what I really want to say, what I heard is that oftentimes you got to let your rise, and this is for everybody, you got to let your rise take a back seat. You got to tell your rise to sit the fuck down. Oh, you feeling so seen and full. Oh, I love you. I'm holding you. I'm hugging you. I really, really am. I'm so glad. I'm happy for you. This is for everybody. We have to treat our rising oftentimes, especially if it's a different sign than our sun. If it's the same sign as our sun, it's hard to do because it's like the same thing. But if it's a different sign, sometimes we got to tell our rise to sit down, because our rising is our armor. Our rising is that bully. Our rising is that defense mechanism that jumps up and wants to protect us always. It's a good reason why it jumps up, but oftentimes when it does the thing, we don't get the lesson. So sometimes you got to tell the funny, the talker in you, the one who just wants the information. Because Gemini rise, when you get nervous, you like to talk and overshare, right? Sometimes you got to shut up and listen to what they're saying. No, it's best if you do this, Christy. And you have to go, okay, I'm hearing what I really need to do, not what my rising is telling me to do. I hope that makes sense on some level. Let me look to see what else is helping you. Yes, and very yes. Okay. Let's get to the meat. Your moon, and I'm gonna go to the next person after this, and y'all have to give me a couple of minutes because I have to put in these people's charts. Okay. This is good news in the best way. Emotionally, you're ready for this. Christy, don't get it twisted. Now, this is different, and I know I'm going to confuse you, but I want you to rock with me real quick. Your sun sign is Libra, and the reason why I keep bringing up the Libra, the sun sign, y'all, is because regardless of what this new moon solar eclipse is doing, regardless of what these transits on any given day is doing, we're going to respond most of the time from our moon, from our rising, but we're absolutely going to sit with it in regards to what our sun says. Right? Because our sun is our core self. Our sun is who we really fucking are. So get this, Christy. Your moon is in Capricorn, 22 degrees, which is loving this new moon solar eclipse energy that's coming in because it's in Virgo. And Virgo and Capricorn get along. But the Libra in you don't like it because it don't like your emotions anyway. Capricorn and Libra is a square. And the Libra in you is looking at this Virgo energy like, what the fuck? What are we doing servicing? I don't know. Libra gets cynical about things. What I'm going to need for you to do, baby, to break that down in description, you're going to have to feel your way through this one. You can't go where the Libra wants to go in her head to try to make a decision. You can't make it realistic. You can't say, all right, I have all the things and I need all the paperwork and all the, for you, it's not going to work with this new moon solar eclipse energy that's coming in, rocking this fourth house. Because Pluto is right there. Remember, Pluto is no slouch. Pluto says, I'm changing shit regardless. Okay. So you got to feel this through because your moon in Capricorn loves this new moon energy that's coming in tomorrow. And Capricorn says, we're going to be a boss about this shit. We're making this thing happen. I don't care what none of these people say. I got to reach the top. I got to figure it out. I have to be a leader in this. I have to come off a little cold and a little stark. Yeah, that Libra in you might not be able to be the, the charmer, the one who smooths it out. You got to feel like the boss that you are in order to make this new moon solar eclipse energy work for you. Because again, it's transforming your home life, your family life. You got to lean into your moon. You got to lean into the boss that you are. You got to lean into your seriousness. You got to lean into understanding that I'm in control of this, even though we're really not in control of anything. But the bottom line is that you can control how you feel because it's your moon. And as long as you don't get in your head about things and you can feel your way through this, this is right. And Squirrel, let me tell you, contrary to what some people may say, Capricorn energy is very, very motherfucking psychic. A lot of people don't want, especially Capricorn moon people, a lot of people don't want to admit it, but because it's not practical. What am I going to do with that information? Seeing people walking in my house and hearing things and knowing what's about to happen before it happens. What am I going to do with that? That moon in Capricorn understands what it is that it needs to do before it does it. That's what you have to lean into. You get what I'm saying? And then be a boss about that. Be convinced about that. Christy, do you have any questions? I hope I'm doing this. I got to slow down, y'all. I got to take it down. I get high. I get high. I get high, high, high. I get high, high, high. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, last thing I said before you formulate that question and put it on up here, YouTube gives it to me. And that new moon solar eclipse is hitting Vesta. Vesta is your it's an asteroid, and Vesta is the asteroid that deals with come on, Sonja, deals with spiritual fortitude. Vesta, like I say to everybody, I explain what Vesta is about. I always see Vesta as a black woman with a toddler on her back, an infant in her left hand with a selenite fucking wand, bushwhacking all the information. Bushwhacking, plow, plow, plow for God. Getting things out the way for God. Your Vesta is 3 degrees away from your moon. Not only should you feel your way through this, but you feeling it with the strength of a black woman walking through the goddamn Mississippi Delta like a slave and gonna survive and save everybody else, like Harriet Tubman in my voice. You know what I mean? You get that? Vesta is pushing for you. Vesta is spiritual fortitude. Vesta says we're doing this for God. So lean into the feeling, Christy. I hope that made sense in my own way. Drawn to Palo Santo heavily in this alignment, please. Yep. Are there any new practices I need to add? Other than Palo Santo? Palo Santo. Other than Palo Santo? No. You know why I love Palo Santo? Palo Santo is thick. Palo Santo, compared to sage and incense and all the rest of the stuff, sweetgrass and juniper, like Palo Santo is thick. Palo Santo gets through the crevices. And that's what this new moon is helping us all do. Get through the crevices. And it needs to get through the crevices for you. Why? Because that Libra will talk you out of this. And we don't need the Libra in you to talk yourself out of this thing. Does that make sense to you? Palo Santo is right on time. Yes, and very yes. All right. Now, y'all need to give me a break. Not a break. Give me a minute while I go through. Oh, and absolutely, I'm going to lose y'all on IG. What I can do is come back in a quick minute. Just give me about 5 minutes because I have to pull up the charts on my phone, okay? Give me a second and I'll be back. Adios for a minute. All right. Now, let me tell y'all the order in which we're going to do. All right. Felicia is up next. Oh, baby, I need your information. You didn't put your information in here. Let me see if I have you in the, whatchamacallit. If y'all need to go to the bathroom right now is the time to do so. Because I'm going to take about 5 minutes to get this all situated. Felicia, were you in the, you sent my, via email? No, I see the money, but let me see if I don't see the birth information, babe. Let me see. Oh, yes, you did. Hold on. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. My bad. Hold on 1 second. I got you. I got you. I got you. This is where I need to play some music. For some reason, I think I got you in here. Wait a minute. Is that you? Yes, I got you in here. April 13th, 65, right? Boom, chicky, boom, boom, boom. That's a beautiful thing. All right, so we don't have to spend the time to do that. Boom, we're going to do that. Send it to me real quick. Figure this out for you. Hold on, Felicia. I got you. Let's pull up the other ones. That's you. All right. Give me a little time, y'all. Up next is Kamika Joseph. Oh, I got Kamika too, because she was in the workshop, right? Hold on, y'all made it easy for me. I love when that happens. Anybody got a good joke? Let me see. Where's the, oh, there it is. Kamika. Boom. Here's Kamika. All right. Thank you, Kamika, for trusting me again. Thank you, Felicia. I appreciate you. We got Angie. Of course, I got Angie in here because Angie is a part of the village. I'm pulling up all the charts, y'all, just so I don't have to do this again. Mm-mm. Nope. All right. Where's Angie's chart? Angela. No, that's Angel. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Getting a little bit. No, Angela. Angela. Here we go. Boom. All right. Hold on. We got Angie. Thank you for your patience. Oh, Kamika's Copper Fox. Are you kidding me? D King, greetings. I missed the info on how to participate in the readings. May someone share with me if slots are still available? D King, I'll be honest with you. I think we only have room. Let me see. I think we have room for one more. Okay, that's Angie. Hold on. Hold on. We have room for one more. Send me Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, $44. Please put your time, your date, and your place of birth in that thing. Valerie, I don't see your information, sweet lady. Can you put it up here on this? Do you feel safe enough to put it up here on this YouTube? Let me know. And then we're going to rock right into the rest of the readings. I just want to get all this information going straight away, and then we can keep it moving. I hope this is helpful information for all of y'all that have received a reading, even for those who are, just kind of eavesdropping and getting a little education. Let us know, how does this feel for you? How does this feel for you? Okay. How does this feel? This is working. So again, I think I'm missing one other person. Valerie, what you say, honey? Wait, who's that? Felicia. Um, what you gonna do? You gonna email it to me? Okay. First up, Felicia. While Valerie is figuring that out, we're gonna go to Felicia. Okay. Duchess Plum, that's you. Valerie is Duchess Plum on my site. Okay, hold on. Yes, you did. All right. I got it. One more, y'all, and then we gonna rock and roll. And whoever else wants to slide in, I forget the person's name that quick. Please go on and send $44, and you'll be the last one because I will be on here forever. But it's okay. We signed on for this, right? And y'all can leave if y'all want. And then come back. Valerie was born. Boom. Chicky boom. Chicky boom, 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 boom. 10, 10. I need glasses, y'all. Like better glasses. Okay. Almost done, y'all. Thank you for being patient. No. Okay, here we go. Boom. Valerie. Okay. Bam. Bam. Chicky boom. Chaka boom boom. Shaka Zulu. Copy. Bam. Clack. Click. Boom. Blah blah. Pashat. Boom. Send Valerie where to my text. I could put her on the computer. Kakalaka. There we go. She's coming up, and I'm almost done. There's Valerie. Don't you love technology? I do sometimes when I know how to work the shit. Okay, we ready. So what I say, Felicia was up next. Y'all laughing at me. Okay, I got everybody. Felicia, you ready, boo-boo? Let me know. You in the spot. And then I will start. All right, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Boom, boom, boom. Felicia. New moon, solar eclipse energy, 29 degrees Virgo is coming where? Hello. Move this over. Come on, thing. Ooh, your seventh house. That's wrong. Your eighth house. Your eighth house. Okay. Thank you. Oh, he's very clear. There's a balding man that just walked in, Felicia, for you. Let me know if I'm getting this right or I'm getting this completely wrong. Like I said, because it's a couple of y'all on here, sometimes I can be wrong. Sometimes people's take over people's. You know what I mean? So I just saw instantly this man has a bald head or he's has a U-shaped hairline, Felicia. Let me know if this is right for anybody that's on the other side. They said, okay, the eighth house, new moon, solar eclipse energy is coming in this eighth house to bring you new information about what? Bring you new information about sex, bring you new information about deep-seated subconscious things that you need to see. That sounds broad and general as fuck, but it's very specific for you if it applies. Meaning there have been some things that you've been sitting on. You're Aries too. Okay. I'm going to talk to you like you in Aries. That's good to know. Now, I'm going to tell you why. If it is that, right, subconscious information that needs to be brought up, Aries has a habit of moving so incredibly fast that oftentimes you don't see what's below. You don't want to see what's below. You don't want to see what's subconscious. You don't want to see what needs to be drudged up because you have to face yourself. And it's not that you're not responsible on some level, right? Okay, I'm glad you're with me. It's not like you're not responsible on some level, on some level for who you are, but it means that you would rather, pass it off. You would rather wait. Not with that new moon information that's coming in. That solar eclipse is saying, I need for you to unearth some things that are very, very specific in your life, detailed like in your life, because remember, it's Virgo. Virgo is like that mole, y'all, like a literal mole that goes underground and pulls up, like I said earlier, like the mouse that goes in the finds the detail. Again, Aries is too hard-headed. Aries is too fast. Aries is like, I get it when I get it. I get the lesson when I get it, when I have to get it. And it's like, no, that Virgo energy is going, I need you to get this now. I need the subconscious information to come up and get it now. And or it's about some contracts, some legal contracts, or some other people's money. There may be some new money that's coming for you. Thank you. This guy just said, if it is the money, now, eighth house deals with other people's money, not money that you earn. I want to make that very, very specific. Eighth house deals with other people's money. 30, 35, 40. Other people's money, right? Meaning that if you are being gifted some money through royalties, through inheritances, through lottery or something like that, right? Along with that, there's some deep-seated subconscious information that needs to be pulled up in order for you to be responsible about that particular contract, about that money that's coming for you. There needs to be some things that show you how to, may I say it bluntly, grow the fuck up. I hope that didn't hit a nerve, but I really, really mean that. And that came from this dude. I hope you understand who this dude is. He's like an uncle, a father type, a stepfather or a step grandfather or somebody, but he's very, I sometimes get complexions in my mind a little bit hazy, y'all. He's light skinned, or I think he's light skinned, or about my complexion. They want you to grow up in it, because here's the deal. Thank you. With this gift, with this new deep-seated information that needs to come on up, Felicia, you can help some people. You can help some people. Now, the Aries in you really wants to help, but because Aries, I love Aries for this. Y'all go for the underdog. You know, it's all about who's being treated not only fairly. If you're not being treated fairly, I'm going to make sure that I get in the middle of it and make sure this thing happens. That's Aries, right? If you have this money, if you have this new deep-seated understanding about your subconscious and the things that you need to do, you got to be responsible for it. You can't just throw it out frivolously. Does that make sense? This gifts that you're being given to see yourself deeper, you can't just fuck it off. And you can't just utilize and say, oh, I know some new shit about me, and this is how I'm going to go through the world and do this thing. They're like, no, that's not going to work. You got to be mature in it. You have to hold some things back. You can't say certain things. You can't tell certain people you got the money. You can't tell certain people that you are new in this. You have to be discerning. This is very, very clear from this young man, this man on the other side. I'm so glad this makes sense. Because sometimes, to be quite honest with you, I forgot I was going to go back on IG. Sometimes, to be quite honest with you, y'all, I don't know what the hell that comes through. And I'm like, this sounds weird. And they're like, yeah, it sounds weird because it ain't for you, girl. So let me go live again, y'all. Okay. So people on IG can get this too. All right, we back. Anybody on IG coming on through? So Felicia, okay? So that's where this information, let's again, like we did with the rest of the readings, that's where this information is streaming through for you. This is going to affect so many other things in your life. It's absolutely affecting your sun. I'm glad I brought that up. Why? Because your sun is at 23 degrees Aries, and you're going to feel that in some kind of Sonja's a little goofy. You already know by now. You're going to feel that in the way that you want to talk. Now, let me say that a little bit more specific. That's Sun and Venus, by the way, both 23 degrees Aries. I like that. Your Sun sits on top of your Venus, and your Venus sits on top of your Sun. You are a lover. You are a quick lover. Probably in your youth, you used to love them and quick. You used to love them quick and leave them. Love them and leave them. Maybe you're getting older and a little bit more mature and respecting people for who they are and what they bring. But that's that Aries quick energy and that Aries love energy. Anyway, I digress. The bottom line is that Sun and that Venus 23 degrees Aries is being affected for sure by that new moon solar eclipse in Virgo. Now, that's a quincunx. That's some irritating shit. So you are being called to be particular, again, just to reiterate, about what it is you're drudging up in your subconscious, what these contracts are all about, other people's money, and how you need to be mature and responsible to deal with it. Well, well. Your sun and your Venus is like, okay, this might be worth it to slow down a little bit, to figure this out, to grow up and be mature, because it's going to change who I'm going to love. But your sun, and they're both in the third house, your sun, again, is being irritated by it. I don't necessarily want to grow up. Can I get a quick fix? Can I do this thing? Now, here's where I want to caution you and put some pause on it. Excuse me for burping. Because it's in your third house, which means you may say the thing. You may pop off. You may say the irritation, the frustration behind the newness that's coming in and the changes that you need to make in order to walk into your new. And then maybe they take $10,000 from you. And then maybe they'll say something and go, oh, you have matured. And then all of a sudden you're like, what? I was immature before? The Aries want to pop off. I need you not to get irritated by people recognizing your growth. Okay, Felicia, you with me? You laughing at me, but you with me? For those that are coming in on IG, just one person, I'm glad you're here. We are continuing these live readings for 8 lucky and beautiful blessed people that have blessed me with $44 to do a reading on this new moon solar eclipse energy that's coming on in. So learn you something if you want to, and and enjoy. Felicia, does that make sense? I need you to really, 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 really be particular about that. Also, if this has anything, if this applies, the third house is not just about how you communicate, because it's Gemini's house, but it's also about your siblings. It's also about writing. So maybe there's some writing that you need to do in regards to this new contract, this newness that's coming to you. This is kind of like an offshoot and maybe a far-fetched thought, but I'm hearing it, so I'm going to say it. Maybe you get this money and sit back and say, for the next 6 months, I'm going to write. Maybe you get this money and say to yourself, I gotta write. I gotta put this proposal together. I gotta put these grants together. I gotta write this book. I gotta write this album. I gotta do whatever I need to do. I have to put it down. But here's the irritation in the Aries, because again, that's a quincunx Aries to that Virgo solar eclipse that's coming in. The Aries is like, I don't have time to do that. I got too much energy. I don't know. You get what I'm saying? I got to keep moving, because why? Aries is it's a fire sign, and it's always moving. It's always doing something, But with this newness coming in, this particular newness coming in, Virgo style is asking you to not only mature, but to slow down, so you can get these blessings from your siblings, get these writing blessings, get these blessings that have to do with you saying something a little bit differently. Third house. Does that make sense? Felicia, you still there? You still with me? I really, and that's the only thing. No. That's not the only thing. Sonja, you better not. You better not. You get that? I hope it really hits you. Now, here's the best part about it. What's on your side? Girl, now I know this got to do with money. It got to do with money. Why? Because your Jupiter is at 27 degrees Taurus. Say what? Say what? New moon, solar eclipse coming in this 8th house of other people's money, of subconscious reworking yourself, seeing yourself different from the inside out, literally blasting you open. Contracts, legalities, all of that stuff. It's in Virgo, and it's literally hitting your Jupiter 27 degrees Taurus in your 4th house, buying that house, helping your family, assisting the foundation in which you live so you can be better, so you can be good. That feels good coming over me. I need you to not, and I'm saying this with so much love, the only thing that can block you from this newness coming in for you, Felicia, is you. And I mean that with everything, because it's the irritation, that quincunx of that Aries saying, I don't want to grow up. I'm going to be a brat about this thing. Don't do it, because your Jupiter is on your side. You trying to sell some property? Here we go. That's it. It's coming, but you got to be mature about it. It's here. Jupiter and Taurus in the 4th house of home, of real estate. Here's this new opportunity that comes in, but you got to be different subconsciously. You got to do what? Have some new Thank you, Spirit. Have some new subconscious trust around the contracts. The eighth house is contracts. You get that? You got, okay, I'm not saying, well, this is what I'm saying. I'm trying to break out of that habit, y'all. What I'm saying is be particular about the contracts. Be particular about the money that's coming in. Why? Because it's Virgo style, which means that you might have to have somebody else read over it. And also the Aries has to be more mature. I can't say that enough. You got to slow down a little bit. You got to be patient in order to receive the information that is coming through from other people that are literally trying to help you. You got to trust that. Your impatience can i.e. be like, moving too fast and want to pop off and be irritated and frustrated. And it's like, no, hold on. We got to read line for line for line for line. Because why? If we do that, Jupiter says, bingo, sold. Jupiter says expansion. Jupiter says, I'm going to get you more money for it. Because let me tell you something. There's one thing we know about Taurus energy. Taurus energy don't play about their gosh darn bills. Because, come on, y'all got to know that. Any Tauruses in the place? D Stokes, where you at? I utilize her all the time when she's in the place because it's true. You got Jupiter in Taurus. You love money. You always have money, but you can, because it's Jupiter in Taurus, you can also shit on it too. You can also take it for granted is what I really want to say. You can take it for granted. And we don't have time for you to take it for granted right now. Not with this newness coming in, because it wants to make you different. It wants to make you new. We are doing individual new moon solar eclipse readings right now. For those that have paid for those coming on IG, you're going to be a witness to it. Okay, because everybody has already signed up already. I'm gonna do another pop-up another time, but I love doing these. It's very exhausting, but it's fulfilling at the same time. And I really hope that you're getting a lot out of it as much as I am. Felicia, does that make sense? You got a question, sweetie pie face? There's no other aspects to that, by the way. I'm lying. Hold on. Your descendant is 23 degrees Cancer, meaning there's a partner involved. You would benefit. Now, that Aries don't want that partner. That Aries don't want that partner because Cancer and Aries is a square. But you're going to have to let somebody in. Felicia, you hear me? You're going to have to let somebody in, a partner, a business partner, or your spouse, your boyfriend or your girlfriend, competition, friendly competition. You're going to have to let somebody in, help you to see a different side. Okay. Ooh, you're going to get your lesson on slowing down and reading the fine print. And again, your partner can assist you with it. Excuse me for burping, y'all. When I do readings, oftentimes energy just flows through my body. And if I get it stuck, it starts to come out in a burp. It's not personal, and I'm not trying to be disgusting. Please understand. So with that seventh house, call somebody. And here's the deal. It don't have to be dramatic, meaning like you don't have to go hire somebody, a new accountant, a new attorney. These are partners, right? You don't have to hire somebody, not unless that's what you need. It can literally be somebody laying in your bed with you. It can literally be somebody that you bounce information off of so you can check yourself and see if you are moving too fast, okay? I see a lot coming for you, sweet sister. Like a lot coming for all of us. But in this particular way, again, it all depends on what you want, how you want it, how you going to receive it, how you going to rock with it and rock for it. I'm excited. I'm excited for you. Slow down, though. Don't move as fast as I am right now. Let me see what else is. It's also, if it's hitting that descendant, it's also hitting that rising. So it's time for you to be the boss. Like they said, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but Capricorn on the rise is all about being responsible. You're a very responsible person. Your rising needs to help you this time. The seriousness in who you are, you have to lean into her. Because the Aries, the baby, all Aries is a baby, y'all. The baby, she just wants to go and frolic. She wants to spend the money. She just wants to buy the house real quick so you can go to Saint-Tropez. You understand what I'm saying? No. The Capricorn has to make sure it gets in a trust, has to make sure, or whatever, you know what I mean? Has to make sure that all the dots, all the I's are dotted and all the T's are crossed, okay? I just wanted to add that. That's some good stuff for you. Felicia, do you have a question before I go to the next person? And again, I hope this was helpful. Okay, Deirdre, we got you. You are the last person, sweetie pie. Deirdre King, you are the last person. So if you want to go somewhere real quick and then come back in a little bit, that's fine. Otherwise, you can hang out. I appreciate you. Sonja. That was Felicia. We have Kamika up next. Again, I'm going in the order of which you guys paid, which you ladies paid. Okay, Kamika's up next. No questions for you, Felicia? Did that help though? Did that assist? Any unclear? This was amazing. Thank you, beautiful. You're welcome, honey pie. I heard that in my head. This is amazing. That's why I said it out. Copper box. Nice. I'm so glad it helped. I really, really am. Okay, Kamika, you up next. You in the place to be? You in the place, Kamika. You in the place, Kamika. By the way, let me give y'all the order. After Kamika comes after Kamika comes Angie. After Angie comes Valerie. After Valerie comes Deirdre. So Kamika, Angie, and then Deirdre. No, Kamika, Angie, Valerie, then Deirdre. We got 4 more. Kamika, Angie, Valerie, then Deirdre. Y'all can check me on that. Okay, if y'all need to. Kamika, Angie, Valerie, then Deirdre. Okay. Kamika is Copper Fox. Got that now. All right, baby. Got you. All right. So here we go. Start at 1:45, so to speak. So here we go. That new moon solar eclipse for you is coming in through that 6th house. All right. It's a new health regimen I feel for you. You got to get that body together, somebody said. It's so funny when people switch, when we switch the readings, because all of a sudden, I'm just gonna let y'all in my head real quick if you don't mind. All of a sudden, somebody comes in, a whole bunch of people come in, and then a whole bunch of people go out, and I'm like, "Oh, what's this? Like, this is a shifting of sorts." I actually want to burn this Palo Santo real quick. Can y'all give me 2 seconds? I got you. Hold on, Kamika. When I make up my mind to find the artist way, I am safe inside. I make my heart lead the way. When I make up my mind to find the... I miss it. Hi, y'all, boo-boosh. Hi, y'all, babies. All right. I got to kind of clear the people out the way, y'all. Ooh, Kamika. You got some nice aunties on the other side. Thank you, Aunt Jay. Let's do it together, sweet sister Light. I love you so much. Did you know that, Kamika? You got some aunties on the other side, and they are fun. They are very fun. I like them. It's like 2 or 3 of them. Please let me know I'm not crazy or if this is for somebody else so I can get them out the way. All right, Kamika, I got you. I present for okay. Again, are they your aunties? They are telling you, thank you very much. They are telling you to get up on your health. Do you have some health situations that are coming up for you? Not negative, not in any way. Not in any way. Like I feel like your body is speaking to you and you've been listening. Does that make sense, Kamika? Your body is speaking to you and you've been listening. New moon, 29 degrees Virgo situation is coming in your... No, that's a lie. That is a lie. Hold on. I'm glad they corrected me. My bad. But your body is getting affected. So I'm going to come back to that in a little bit because that's very, very true. Remember I said this, Kamika, if I forget. This new moon information that's coming in is helping your body to go in a different direction. But I'm going to tell you how. I'm glad they corrected me. Somebody was like, no, girl, you better look at that thing again. I'm moving too fast. Why? Because your North Node is sitting in that sixth house and it is absolutely affecting your body. Whatever newness that's coming in for you, Kamika, is absolutely going to result in you feeling better. Let's just say that straight away. Okay, so I was right on it, but just on a different side street in the alleyway somewhere, right? I love that for you because I love that for you mainly because what I'm hearing is that your body has been wanting a break for a little while. Kamika, does that make sense? Meaning you've possibly potentially been sick. You possibly potentially have been feeling weak. You possibly have been exhausted or overworked. The changes that are coming in for this new moon solar eclipse is going to hit specific areas in your life that's going to result to your body feeling better. Please understand that. Does that make sense? Without you knowing what it is first, let me start here. And you can answer me or you can wait. Here's the deal. That new moon solar eclipse for Kamika is coming in your seventh house. That means thank you. There's new partnerships that are coming in for you. I don't know. Maybe you need a new workout buddy. Maybe you need a new accountability buddy. But possibly, maybe your new partner, business partner, your new beau, your new boyfriend or your girlfriend, somebody is helping you to see life in a different way. Somebody is sitting, look at that shit. That new moon solar eclipse energy is sitting right on top of your Vesta. So of course, it's not only going to reverberate through your health and through your body and how you feel about yourself, physically about yourself, but how you feel about yourself. That makes all the sense in the world. Remember, I said Vesta is a Black woman in my mind with a toddler on her back and an infant in her left hand, bushwhacking things for God. Kamika. So this new information, this new moon solar eclipse information that's being inducted, it has been creeping up and it's going to blast in tomorrow at 3:54 p.m. Eastern time. Is allowing you to connect with new partnerships, new people that can be better reflections for you, right? Example, maybe you thought in the past, I can't work out. Or maybe you thought in the past, I can't be strong. Maybe you thought in the past that, that my inner ability to show up for myself and to show up for other people have not really been there. I hope this makes sense. Maybe you have been overworking. You've been overworking yourself so much that you have put partnerships to the side. You have put yourself to the side. You haven't lent to people equally. I'm going to tell you what I did hear the aunties say, because there's three of them, and I hope you understand who these aunties are. Kamika, you're not talking to me. You can tell me if I'm wrong. It's okay, because it can help me get on track. Okay? Please talk to me. They're saying that you've had a hard time being a partner. They're saying that you have had a hard time. What's your sun's sign? Cancer. Oh, you had a hard time letting people in, baby. That's what that is. You're here, but does this make sense so far? I feel like I don't feel like I'm struggling, but I feel like there's a block. And I think the block is on your heart. Being a Cancer myself, I'm going to let you know, it feels very like, there are some cancers, and we've been going through a lot. Trust me when I tell you, I'm not going to sit here and talk about SonjaMarie today, but I will tell you emotionally, we've been going through a lot of pushing people back, a lot of not trusting people, a lot of people coming into our lives and literally shitting on our couch for things that we have done or have not done, for them misunderstanding us, right? This new moon solar eclipse energy coming through your Vesta is putting God on your side to allow you to open up to more partnerships. Now, what I feel in this moment in time, which is hard for me to do this read for you, is the resistance to it. Does that make sense? Okay, she just said it. Opening up her heart is hard. But listen, they need for you to do it. Where's your Venus? They need for you to do it. Where the fuck is Venus? Of course, They need, it's semi-sextile in your Venus. They need for you to do this because it's bringing you your, thank you. I'm getting excited and a little bit in my mind and too far ahead without sharing with you. This new moon solar eclipse energy coming in, asking you to invite new partnerships, whether it be personal relationships, there's a new boo that wants to come through, or a new business relationship, right? Again, blasting through Vesta. Vesta says, don't worry about it. Let them come in because God is checking for them. Even though it's hard for you to open your heart, spirit is right there like a gate at the gate, like a bodyguard at the gate saying this one's for you, this one is not for you. Okay, that's Vesta's job. But it's also semi-sextile in Venus because I'm like, okay, it's hard for you to open up your heart, but love in Venus resides where? In your sixth house of daily activity, in your sixth house of health. Don't fuck with Sonja. Come on, in your sixth house, telling you what? When you do this thing, your heart will literally soften. When you do this thing, your heart will feel better. Your health will be better. Do you get this? The reason why possibly in the past, going back to your health as it connects with your North Node in your sixth house, your heart being shut down and not trusting people in some kind of way has been coming up in your health, in your body. Palpitations, heartburns, heart trouble. You hear what I'm saying, Kamika? Oh, girl, this is really, really specific. And this is beyond this chart, to be quite honest with you. They want you to get this. They want you to trust again because a partner is coming for you to help you, to assist you. And here's the thing. It's actually trine in your Uranus in the ninth house. Let me tell you about that. That new moon, is that a trine? That's a sextile. That new moon solar eclipse energy is not only saying we need to open this newness up for you in order to see your heart, in order for you to open up your heart, in order for your health to be better, in order for you to be on track, purposeful, North Node, in order for you to love again, right? But truly, because your Uranus is in Scorpio in the ninth house, it's going to come in a really weird and innovative kind of way. The person, the partnership that's coming for you, you're not even going to see it. And one of the aunties says, we have to do that. That spirit, because we have to be able to trick her. You need to be tricked to open up your heart, Kamika. You need to be tricked for them to. Uranus, remember, Uranus is about being sporadic. Uranus is about the weirdo. Uranus is unusual. So whatever partnership that is coming is hitting Uranus, it ain't going to look the same. It ain't going to look like you want it to look. How about this? It's not going to look like the heartache. It's not going to look like the thing or the person that you have in your mind even. It ain't going to look like the past and the regular boo-boos that come in, you know? And it's not going to look like the person that you wrote on paper to say, oh, I want him to be or her to be blah, 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 blah. You understand what I'm saying? No, it's coming in innovative. And here's the thing, because your Uranus is in the ninth house, it wants to expand you. It wants to make you better. It wants to allow you to grow. It wants you to see spirituality in a whole nother way. This partnership is opening up your whole third eye gaze, man. You have to allow it though, sweet Cancer. You got to take some breaths. You got to, here's what I just heard. The children will help you. The babies will help you. If you don't have babies or grandchildren or nieces and nephew, or you don't have a park to go to and look at the babies, you need to be softened by the puppies, by the babies. Your heart, literal, your heart needs to begin to melt because this new moon information that's coming through this seventh house wants to give you some support to help your heart, to mend your heart. We don't have time for you to be sitting back and being a bitter ass Cancer. Bitter Cancers look ugly as fuck. And I know you're beautiful. Bitter Cancers look ugly. I know a few of them. Don't do it. Don't do it. It don't look good. It looks really opposite of who we are. You know why? Because put myself in there as a Cancer, our mission on the planet is to lead from our heart because nobody else knows how to do it. And you have to trust in this moment in time. As a new moon solar eclipse energy, you have to trust with Vesta sitting right there that you opening your heart, you will be led in the right direction. I feel like I want to cry for you. If you're not crying, I feel like I want to cry for you because you won't let the tears out. That's the first thing. You got to, what I just heard is feel sorry for yourself for a minute. Let it go. Feel sorry, feel the pity, let it go, let it wash away. So you can emerge as you wipe your tears, you can emerge on the other side of this stronger and available to be more vulnerable. I hope this information is helping you, Kamika. It may not sound as specific as you want. And here's the thing, sometimes y'all just general knowledge about Sonja Marie's reading or anybody's reading. And sometimes you don't get what you expect. Can I say that louder? You don't get what you expect. Can I share a story with y'all? Let me know how this feels for you, Kamika, please. Let me share a story. One time I did a reading when I was doing them in person of this woman that came into my house and she pushed $50 across and that's when my readings was $50. They'll never be $50 again. She actually helped to change that shit. She pushed $50 across the table and was like, tell me about my grandfather. First of all, lady, you in my house. You gonna come with that kind of attitude? They'll find you in a goddamn river. I'm joking. I'll never kill anybody. But that was the New Yorker in me. But the bottom line is like, how do you take control of what ancestors say to do? How ancestors, what they want you to hear. We can't take control of that. We can't monitor that. I'm over people trying to get information, but then want to control the information that's coming through. Are you God? Are you spirit? Now, listen, it is coming through a human being, but I don't play about this shit, y'all. I ain't got time to play about this shit. I could be doing other shit. You understand what I'm saying? And I mean that. I'm doing this for us because we got to get better. Kamika. Yes, bitter cancers are not a good sight. Okay, so we're not going to be bitter, right? We're not going to be bitter, right? You got Vesta on your side, young lady. I'm so happy for you in that. I can't even tell you. I am happy for you in that. Now, that makes all the sense in the world. That new moon solar eclipse energy at 29 degrees Cancer is doing what? It's squaring up your Mars. So you don't want to do it. You don't want to move. You don't have the energy. You don't have the propensity. You may be sitting back in some way, not like right now. And I'm not taking this personal, but there's something in you that is immovable when it comes to you opening your heart, when it comes to you crying, when it comes to you releasing. Excuse me. You have to do it, baby. This is what I just heard. Go visit the water. Please go visit the water. Go visit a river. Go visit a lake. Go visit the ocean. You know what I mean? Natural. Go visit a waterfall. Something trickling from the earth. Sonja is stupid. Something trickling. Okay? Please go and do that for you because they want to wash that away. They really, really want to wash that away. There's a square to your movement. And here's the thing. That square, that Mars is sitting at home. It's in your fourth house. So the square is you don't want to do nothing, so you sitting at home. The square is you don't want to do nothing, so you hiding behind your family. Oh, I don't want this new moon energy, this thing to change up with some partnerships and all that shit. I don't have time for that. I'm just going to stay home and stay locked in my house. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to take care of the children and don't worry about me. I'll worry about them. I'll give my love. Now, they did say to find the love in the children, but they did not say to hide behind the children. That's a difference. Does that make sense? You can't hide behind the children. You can't hide behind your domestic responsibilities. You can't hide behind the home. You can't hide behind what your family needs. You got to do the shit for yourself now, for your own heart to breathe. We don't like bitter cancers. I hope you got that, young lady. And I hope that was enough for you. I feel like that was a lot. I really feel like that was a lot. To be fair, and this is the last thing I'm going to say, Kamika, to be fair, it's also square in your Neptune. So there's a lot of confusion. There's confusion about where to move. There's confusion about who to trust. There's confusion about either if Vesta is even on your side. Vesta's on your side. I want you to look up Vesta in the 7th house, natal chart. That's how you do it. Vesta, 7th house, natal chart. Vesta, the singer, Vesta. She's helping you. That's the best thing out of this reading that you can lean on. She's giving you spiritual propensity. She's giving you the grounding in your belly. She's giving you the confidence. She's giving you God's permission. I mean this with everything, because there's way too many blocks in your chart about this newness that wants to come through. You can't do that. And just to add something else, I'm going to go to the next person in a minute. To add something else, we got Jupiter in Cancer right now. That's helping you as well. So expansion is all around you in some sort of way. Please don't fight it. All right. I'm going to leave you alone. Please let me know if you have a question before I bring up the next person. Please let me know. Okay, Kamika. What I say? Angie? All right. Angie's up next. Angie, you here, baby? Kamika, does that make sense to you, Miss Copper Fox? Please let me know what you think about that. Thank y'all for joining me here on IG. You are literally in the middle of, hold on, Angie. You are literally in the middle of about 8 readings that I'm doing here. You can stick around and get some education if you like, but all the 8 readings have been filled up. They absolutely have been filled, and we are grateful for that. And I'm sharing information. So again, you can come in and be a witness to it. If you have some general questions, that's invited as well. But I am opened up to everybody's people. Kamika, again, I'm hugging you really, really tight. Please ask a question if you have it. Please, 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 please. Angie, we're going to get to that part of fortune in a minute. It's so good that you know your chart, sweet lady. And we're going to start with you right now. 10, 15, 20. Okay, 220, 225. So let's go. And then we got 2 more people after Angie, and then we are out of here. My sweet Angie, that, look at that. Oh, okay. Okay. Now that's interesting. And that's how I'm going to read it, Spirit. That 29 degrees Virgo, check this out, Angela. That 29 degrees Virgo sits right on top of your 5th house cusp. Did we talk about this already? So that new moon energy is absolutely bringing you love. Now, what's different between the 5th house and Kamika's 7th house? 7th house, by the way, Kamika, if you still here, 7th house is partnership, okay? You don't have to be in love to have a partnership. Partnerships are equal billing. What I do for you, what you do for me. You dig what I'm saying? Again, a spouse, a boyfriend and girlfriend. So I need you to really reiterate that, because again, somebody is coming in with equal billing for you, Kamika. I don't know why. For some reason, you're lasting on my heart right now. And I'm going to pray. I'm going to pray. And not in a negative way, but just like you give him, maybe it's the cancer thing. I'm just feeling you. But for Angie, my sweet Angie here, that new moon solar eclipse at 29 degrees falls on her 5th house cusp. The door, the cusp is the door to the 5th house, or the door to any house. The cusp is the door. This 29 degrees is opening up the door to your 5th house of love, of creativity, of fun, and of children. And what I think, it is a new love for you, Ange. I think it absolutely is a new love for you. And it's hitting that Pluto too. This new moon, solar eclipse energy coming in Virgo style. Remember, we have to remember it's Virgo. So it's coming in detailed, like it's coming in critical. It's coming in discriminating. It's coming in discerning. This new moon Virgo energy is coming in with service. This new information, this new love is coming in to service your heart. But when it services your heart, Angela, it's going to transform your whole perspective of what love is all about. That shit just got me hot. Angie, That just got me hot. I did talk about the love in the workshop, so I'm excited about that. Yes, we did talk about that. I remember that. I love that. But it sits on top of your Pluto, which adds another layer of transformation on top of the eclipse. That's like a big ass dig with a huge ass shovel. That's like, we really gonna turn this thing around for you, baby. Like right now, right here, for forever. Because Pluto don't deal, definitely eclipses don't deal with just small change. Eclipses change your life is the reason why I'm on here assisting y'all today. Eclipses change your life. However, it's hitting your Pluto, which says that we're not only changing lives, but we're changing the transformation of things, of how it all turns out to be your own perspective of love. Whereas there was a moment where you felt like love was just for people in Disney movies. Love was just for others outside of me, that I'm going to sit back and just watch people be in love forever. It can never happen to me. Pluto says, no, that's not the truth. We're transforming this whole game. We're transforming this whole scene so you can find love. Now, if it's not love and or it's including love, it could also deal with your creative life. How you tap into your creativity, because it's not without that. I mean, this house deals with all those things, right? I think it's a little bit of both. And how you have fun, how you get out there. It can spark with the love, but also remember, it doesn't have to be a love of a person. It could be the love that's normally where it starts, is the love of self. And then it is absolutely exemplified through the love of another person, how you love you. Maybe you're changing how you love you. And then a person comes in and reflects that kind of love. But also it makes you creative. And also it makes you have fun in a different way, because you start seeing love and feeling love through your body, and it starts to reflect, if that makes sense. You're no longer holding back, my sweet Aquarius. You're no longer holding back the unique person that you are. Does that make sense, Angie? You're no longer questioning in your mind, should I be this funny? Should I show this love for this little bit of frog that I'm seeing crossing over? I love that frog. The love is coming through you about the frog. Everybody else in the crew is like, this motherfucker is talking about the love of a frog, but it feels good to you. So you are learning how to love newly in the love of the frog, for an example. You get what I'm saying? Regardless of what people say. Why? Because you feel love within your heart a little bit differently. Angie, I hope this makes sense. Baby, to answer your question, no, it does not affect your part of fortune, because your part of fortune is at 16 degrees Virgo. That's a good 13 degrees away from this new moon solar eclipse at 29. 29 minus 16, somebody tell me. That's 13 degrees, right? So that's too far. It's too far. It's not going to affect it as much, but it's definitely affecting that Pluto. Even though that Pluto is at 1 degrees Aries, you better know, you best to know. I wanted to answer that question real quick. 29 degrees. Okay. Now here's the deal. This is a plot twist. Check this out. That new moon, solar eclipse, Virgo energy coming through that cusp on the 5th house, opening up the door, blasting the door, cuz. Now remember, it's very, 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 very auspicious and absolutely powerful when it lands on a cusp, because it's changing the door and it's changing all the possessions in the door. It's changing the whole house. You get what I'm saying? It's just not in the house. It's changing the entrance of the house and everything that's in the house. Get that? But that information, that newness that's coming in regards to a love situation, creativity and fun, is squaring up your Jupiter in the 7th house. This is interesting, right? Because on some level, this newness, this new love is questioning in you how expansive this partnership could bring. Now go back. When I talked about you sitting back looking at the Disney situation, oh, am I the only one that's going to experience love? The answer is no, and you're starting to feel that. Love is literally bubbling up inside you, for you, about you, within you. And again, it's reflecting, right? To attract love to you. However, I need you not to question the type of partner they can be for you. Does that make sense? What I just heard specifically, do not question the fact that people want to assist you. People want to be there for you. You don't have to overcompensate any longer. Being a partner for them, allow them to be a partner for you. Does that make sense, Angie? I really, really hope so, because there's a trepidatious part of you that wants to dismiss the excitement that not only do I have love, but somebody wants to show up for me. That's a different thing. We can have love, but oftentimes motherfuckers are not trying to show up. Does that make sense? Oftentimes people are sitting back like, I mean, I love you, boo-boo, but I got shit to do, and be real selfish about it. They want to give it to you, but it's not going to look the way you think it should look. Okay? It's going to look in a way, it's not going to be as expansive and as adventurous as you think. Maybe it's coming in a particular way. Maybe they want to really keep you grounded, for instance. You know, maybe it wants to be a practical kind of love. And you're thinking, no, the love that I see for me is Disney. It's like we're going to go off into the sunset together. No, maybe the love that needs to come for you keeps you grounded, keeps you available for life, keeps you looking at life in a different way, keeps you responsible, and wants to help you to buy a house. Maybe the kind of partnerships that's coming in for you helps you to see money differently. You understand what I mean? Helps you to see people differently. Hi, Melissa. How are you? We're doing individual readings today. Oh, Ange, that's a big deal. I want you to pay really, really close attention to that. Okay, sweetie pie face? Also, this is what I really, really love. This is a big deal. That new moon solar eclipse energy coming in, showing you about love in Virgo, 29 degrees, is also hitting your Saturn at 29 degrees Taurus. Come on now. Come on now. But here's the deal. That Saturn is sitting in your 12th house of hidden things, of the subconscious, of your dream time. That makes all the sense in the world, Spirit. That's where the practicality is coming in. That's where the discipline is coming in. That's where you need to see your partnerships and the love that wants to come for you in a totally different kind of way. Because again, it's earthbound, it's Taurus, it's practical. Here's the deal though. What it wants to do is assist you also in your subconscious for you to think, thank you, that you're worthy. That's what they said, that you are worthy of this, that you can continue to manifest the type of love that you need, that you can continue to manifest the work that you need. Thank you, more specifically. Manifest the work that you need to do on your insides. Continue to, thank you. Okay, this is what I heard, the sentence that I heard, clear and clear. They are asking you with this new moon solar eclipse, 29 degrees hitting that Saturn in the 12th house, to be okay with continuously working on you with this new love that wants to come through. Because what it is doing is manifesting a new way for you to be serious about what you feel about yourself, for you to be serious about your spiritual life, for you to be serious about the dreams, your sleepy dreams that come to you and drop messages for you. Oh, Angie, this is strong. I hope you're getting this, and I hope it makes sense, because sometimes it doesn't make sense to me, to be truthful with you. Like I just said a little while ago, it's kind of fragmented, but I believe this is for you specifically, because there's an internal roto-rooter kind of situation that's happening right now. Like you changing up your own blueprint. Does that make sense? You have to change up the blueprint in who you are. 12th house, Saturn-like, with that Taurus sitting in there. And Taurus is stubborn as fuck. And remember, Taurus, on some level, no, actually, that's helping. I want you to do this. I want you to know this, that Taurus energy wants to kind of square up that Aquarius in you. But what's really, really interesting is that you're 2 degrees Aquarius, which is pulling off of that Capricorn, which is absolutely a trine, which means that you have the ability. I know I just threw out a lot of numbers and situations. Don't listen to the astrological part, but wait for the description. You have the ability. You have the wherewithal. You have the work isms. You have the ability to work to get yourself through whatever it is that you need to get through in order for you to be ritualistic, in order for you to be serious, in order for you to be authority of your own self-conscious. It's time for you to open up yourself like a book and do the studying, because that is what's going to promote and sustain the true love that's coming in for you. Boom. It's just not coming in as a gift. It's coming in with a little bit of elbow grease that you have to do for yourself. Does that make sense? Yes, your moon is in Taurus, but your moon is a far degree away from 29 degrees. That's not affecting it. Your moon is at 7 degrees Taurus. Okay? I hope this makes sense for you, because again, it's clear, but at the same time, it's real fragmented for you. It's really fragmented in a way in which, like Kamika, it's like fragmented in a way in which, like, there's pieces of the puzzle that you have to pay attention to because you're resistant to it, and or you're shutting it down. But for you, it's not just shutting down your heart. You're shutting it down through your mental ability. You're overthinking the thing in which you need to allow. You need to flow with it because it wants to come from you, for you. It's almost like a dam. What I just saw in my mind, it's almost like a dam that you've been holding back the water. And they're saying, like, take the fucking gate off the dam, cuz, and allow the love, allow the creativity, allow the flow to happen so all the other things can happen. If you just asked, and or you're asking yourself, well, what kind of work do I need to do on myself? It's not about you knowing what kind of work that you need to do. It's about you figuring it out after you open up your heart and allow the love to come in. The work will come. It will be shown to you, and you have to be willing to do it. Does that make sense, Ange? Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. Y'all got your girl going hot. How am I going to go? I can't even talk. How am I going to go to a party after this? I'm going to be wide open walking into the party like, and another thing your grandmother said. I'm going to have to shut up. I'm just going to shut up as I walk into this space because I am hot with it. I hope y'all getting a lot of good information. I really, 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 really do. Because it's coming through. Angie, you have questions? Do you have questions, young lady? I'm trying to see what else is hitting. Kind of losing my voice. That's very interesting. You have questions, Ange? Okay. If you don't, we're going to move to the next person. The next person. And thank y'all for being so patient with this process. I'm so grateful for you. It's Valerie. After Valerie is Deirdre. Deirdre, I think I put in your information. Well, if not, we're going to do it in a minute. Excuse me for burping. You're so, so welcome. You're so, so welcome. And again, because it felt a little sporadic in my mind, rewatch this and take your time devouring it. You and Kamika. If Kamika's still on here. Valerie, you here, baby? There she go. Here's your chart, I mean. Valerie is here. All right. Valerie. Okay. This is awesome. Look at you. Y'all in this Pluto shit. Well, you know what? This makes all the sense in the world. Because there's a couple of people, as you may have known, that are being affected by Pluto as well. This new moon solar eclipse hitting Pluto. You know why? Because you're either around the same age, or you was born in the same year, or probably born within the couple of months of one another, because Valerie is absolutely being affected by this new moon solar eclipse at 29 degrees Virgo. It's hitting in your 11th house. Let's talk about that first. This 29 degrees Virgo is hitting in your 11th house. I love you, Angie. And again, I hope that helped you, honey pie. Mwah. This 29 degrees Virgo is sitting in this 11th house. First and foremost, the 11th house is about friendships, about groups, and about organizations. Are you, Valerie, being called to grab or connect with a different set of people, a different group of folks, folks socializing in a way in which changes your whole life around. If you're not, it's coming for you. If you haven't felt it, it is absolutely on its way. And again, because it's Virgo, it's very, very particular, and you have to be critical about it. You got to be incredibly discerning about who you spend your time with nowadays, young lady. This may seem general for everybody, but it ain't. Trust me when I tell you, it is not. Valerie, I need to know if you're there and you understand this. This is a big fucking deal. Why? Because, let me keep it going. It's also either changing up your friendships, your groups, the circles that you're around, or it's changing up how you visualize your future. The 11th house is about the future, about how you see where you're going. Okay? Meaning that possibly, maybe you've had the dream, and I'm being outlandish on purpose, but possibly maybe you always had this dream of being this astronaut. Here comes this new moon solar eclipse energy that's changing up this whole dream for you. It's changing up the trajectory of your life. This new moon solar eclipse energy in Virgo is asking you, possibly maybe in a detailed oriented way, you begin to see your dream, your future, as servicing some people. If not servicing yourself, servicing others. I always say Virgo is like that nurse and or that stage manager that just wants other people to shine. Maybe there's this new trajectory in your life, Valerie, that is offering up an opportunity for you to go in a whole nother direction where your future wants to go. But here's the trick: because it's hitting Pluto, it's transforming how you see yourself. It's transforming you. It's transforming all things around you, not only your social circles and your friendships, but it's also transforming how you see yourself and how people see you. And you can't go in this new direction with the same people, with the same situation, with the same information. You understand that? With the same support. I'm gonna tell you what I just saw. I just saw like an obliteration, like of your circle and your support system. Like it's not working anymore. Valerie, does this make sense to you, or am I totally off the mark? Meaning that the people that says that they have your back, they're not speaking the same language as you. They want to have your back in a particular way, and you're like, actually, I'm not going there anymore, y'all. And they can't hear you because maybe for the last 20 years you've been saying something different. Does this make sense? Valerie, I need to know. Because if it's not you, I'm reading somebody else. That's why I keep asking y'all. If I can't see your face and read your energy, like, on Zoom or something like that, it's hard for me to connect. Okay. So that's why I asked, does this make sense? Does this make sense? Does this make sense? I work in social services and my work environment is chaotic. Okay. So we're talking about not necessarily the 10th house. We're talking about the 11th house, which I understand what you're saying about where you need to go. This is what I want you to see. It's not necessarily, this is what I want you to see. It's not necessarily your career choice, but it's what you want for your future. Do you want your future to be chaotic, motherfucker? Y'all know I say motherfucker is my favorite curse word, and it's in terms of endearment. This is not disrespect. Do you want your future to be chaotic? That's a real freaking question. Pisces, come on now. I'm going to say no, because you're a Pisces, because you're too sensitive to it, because it's time for the change, because that Pisces full moon that just left us a couple of weeks ago tried to get you to change some things about your daily activity, get you to change some things about the love that's around you. You want much less chaos. So that means they want you to see a new future in front of you, Valerie. They need for you to see a new future in your midst. Now, this is where it becomes a little hairy, what I'm sensing for you. I'm sorry, Taurus. We pre-plan these online real quick, 15, 20 minutes. Whatchamacallit? You had to pay $45, $44 in order to get this. And and send me your information. So maybe you can catch it next time, okay? But thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Cool. So Valerie, there's some things now. I'm gonna be a little harsh on you because of what it is that I hear, but possibly maybe you're having a hard time. Thank you, D Stokes. Possibly maybe you're having a hard time releasing the love of yourself and the love of things that need to change. The children, right? Because that full moon ended up in your fifth house. Let me check that. Yep. That full moon ended up in your fifth house on your sun. So, in order to change your future, you got to change how you view the love for yourself, how you view the love for you. It's coming in for Angie, but opposite is working for you, and that you need to see it. Now, let me tell you again, this is the harsh part. Drop the victimization. Drop the fact that none of it is your fault. Drop the fact that if you do need to change and you don't want less chaos, it doesn't mean that you are turning your back on the babies that you've been dealing with, on the children. It doesn't mean that you love them less or you love your walk any less or the things that you've done for the last 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Valerie, does this make sense? You have to drop that burden, please, because a new vision in your 11th house is coming for you. And because it's sitting right on top of your Pluto, 20, 30, okay, 45. Because it's sitting right on top of your Pluto, honey, it's transforming your whole view. It's transforming your future and where you're going. And if you don't get rid of the victim or the thing, the feeling, and when I say victim, I'm not saying you think you're a victim. And that's included. But what I'm also saying is the burden of wanting to hold on to the things that you couldn't actually change. It's making sense through me today. I hope it makes sense to you, because Pluto is not playing with you sitting in that 11th house. And I don't know if you're hearing it. Do you hear me what I'm saying right now? Now check this out. You said that's interesting, or is that on point? Because the interesting part denotes in my mind's eye, and again, please forgive the translation because we're here on this weird wide world webby thing. Yes, a bit, just a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to sit that right there because I'm not going to beat it up like I'm not going to beat up the point. But I do want you to know that there's newness that's coming from you outside of this chaos. And I want you to ask yourself, what have you been holding on to within that chaos that has been defining you? That's a real motherfucking question. And when you answer that for yourself, I want you to see how you talking to yourself. Why? Because that new moon solar eclipse is opposite your mind, opposite your Mercury, which means you have to change the way you think. You have to change what it is that you're saying. You have to change how you view your love about you, because your Mercury is sitting in that fifth house. You have to change the way you're processing the information. And this is hard for a sweet Pisces to take in. Trust me, I know y'all well. Y'all surround me. The changing of everything and letting go for the new. I hear you. Okay. But the changing starts with you is the point. Sometimes we wait for the situations to change, especially with Pisces energy. Again, this is me speaking truth, not me digging. Why? Because Pisces really don't want to be the bad guy. Pisces don't want to be the bad chick. Pisces wants to do things in a passive aggressive way. So if my environment changes, then I have no other choice but to change. That's not what this new moon solar eclipse is telling you to do, baby. They're telling you the change has to begin with you. How? The change has to begin in your own mind of thinking of you and how you love yourself, within your own core and how you love you. You know, who is this? This is for Valerie. This is for Valerie. March 2nd, 1972. This is for Valerie. I don't know who Duchess Plum. Are you Valerie? Because this is the information that I got from you. Oh, you a Scorpio rising. Oh, okay, my bad. I thought you said Scorpio sun. I read it differently. Scratch all of that. Okay, I'm a Scorpio rising and I'm not always nice. We know that. Okay, understood. And I'm so glad that you're laughing about that. But there's some truth to that. But that's being asked. You need to change that too. And I'm gonna tell you why in a minute. They being hard on you, sweetie pie. They being hard on you because I could feel it coming through my body, and I'm really not trying to whip you in a public stance, especially with that Scorpio rising. I don't want you to be mad at me. I don't want you to be mad at me. Because this is what you paid me to do. And we only got about 10 more minutes to do it. But bust this, okay? Please understand this. She said, yikes. Here's the deal, though. The deal is that Pisces, she wants to change, okay? It's opposition of that shit that's coming in. Again, to reiterate, drop the victimhood, drop the passive aggression, know that it has to come in from the inside, and know that you're not the bad chick for doing it. Right? Know that you have to think differently about yourself. You have to be convinced. How about this? That new moon solar eclipse is not only opposite your Mercury, how you think and how you speak. It's not only opposite your sun on some level, but it's also opposite your part of fortune. If you don't get this, you can't get that money. If you don't get this, you can't get the joy that you want. That's that innate joy. I love the part of fortune, y'all. It is a configuration in the sky, not an asteroid and not a planet, but it is a configuration in the sky that brings you exuberance, that brings you joy, that brings you money, that brings you allowance and peace with it being yourself. They are begging that you drop that old you and how you used to love you and stop doing your best to cope with that Scorpio rising shit. Now, I say it's shit because Scorpio loves Pisces. So it feels like it's a nice big brother, big sister that's helping you and protecting you. But what it's actually doing is not allowing you to trust what's coming in for you. Hear me when I tell you this. Not only, and I'm going to get back to that in a quick minute. So not only is that new moon solar eclipse opposite your brain, Mercury, your part of fortune, your joy and your exuberance, but it's also opposite your Vesta at 27 degrees Pisces. Come on, chick. So God, you gonna make me spin around in this goddamn chair. God, remember we said Vesta is bushwhacking for God, showing up for God, showing up for spirit. You understand what I mean? That energy is saying you got to get this newness about where you're going. You got to start by changing who you are from the inside out and how you feel and how you think and your core you in order to get your exuberance. You know why? Because it's necessary that we do this for God. It ain't about you. It ain't about you and how hurt you've been. It's about the chaos, the literal chaos that you have been attracting to keep you away from being yourself and from loving the true fairy that you are. I said it, the fairy. And what I mean by that poetically is that there's this sweet little, gorgeous little, fragile person within you that loves everybody, every fucking bird, ant, goddamn puppy, old lady, old man. There's a little bit of fairy in you that literally just wants to blossom and open up with love. All that Pisces energy, Pisces investor, give me a fucking break. You're Pisces, sun, part of fortune, Mercury, and Vesta, that fairy. But what's that Scorpio rising doing? I'm going to tell you. That new moon Scorpio energy is actually semi-sextiling that rising. So what it's asking you to do, this new energy of the future you, is saying, yo, get rid of the chaos, man. Get rid of the chaos that you've been protecting yourself with. Get rid of the chaos that Scorpio rising has been attracting. Scorpio rising in your immaturity loves chaos, baby. And not just for you, for anybody. You know why? Because Scorpio is the only sign, the only energy that can really fuck with chaos. Get that. But you know what? Your Pisces energy is not going to be able to withstand it for too much longer. And I'm going to tell you that. And I'm not wishing anything on you, but you're a Pisces. You're a sponge. You soak up chaos and it stays in your body. And the next thing you know, your fucking liver is falling apart. Your goddamn right ventricle is skipping a beat. You understand where I'm going? You absorb it and you hold on to it. And then it becomes a reason, a thing to live by. That new moon eclipse is going, yo, I'm sure you hate the chaos, but you working at a place that has a lot of chaos. You're not hearing. I know you hate the chaos, but here comes this new energy that's coming in that tell you fuck the chaos. So what you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? What are you going to do about it? Think differently with that Mercury there. Know that God is on your side with Vesta there. You know, open up to the opportunities and the possibilities with that part of fortune there. Tell your Scorpio rising, we don't have to save every goddamn body and go down to the belly of the beast with these motherfuckers in order to be a goddamn hero. I'm just saying. You got to make that's what I'm telling you, sweetie pie. The change is here for you, but it's you that has to make the change, and you have to make up your mind. Is the point. I'm beating you up lightly because I want you to get out of the victimhood of it all. And I want you to see the reality of it all, that you are your own architect and you are not a bad person for wanting to be able to step out of it. It's a matter of a motherfucking decision. And I mean that with everything inside me. Not only that, here's the deal. I want you to know you got somebody on your side. You got Saturn on your side. That new moon solar eclipse energy is hitting up your Saturn, baby. It's hitting up your Saturn. Your Saturn is saying, I got the work. I got the muscles. I got the discipline. I got the ability to do it. As a matter of fact, you might have the money. You might leave out of there with a nice little severance pay. Fuck around. It's in your 8th house of other people's money. You might leave out of there. You understand what I'm saying? You might be able to just stand tall in this when you make up your mind to look towards your future. 11th house information. Sometimes I'm not popular in how I talk to people, but I only give it to how spirit is giving it to me. And sometimes it lands like I'm being a little personal, but I'm not being personal. I know you want to change, but you got to move your feet. My name is SonjaMarie. I'm not here to make it fluffy. You got Saturn on your side. You got the muscle. You got the ability and the wherewithal. You got rituals. You got traditions. You know people that can help you through this thing. You know what kind of herbs to take. You know what kind of prayers to take. You understand what I mean? You just got to lean into it and say, I'm nobody's victim. I can do this shit. I got the muscle. I'm strong. You have to convince yourself of that. Is this making sense? Yes, it's in your 8th house. Yeah, your 8th house of other people's money. Your 8th house of sex. Your 8th house of what? That subconscious energy. That deep-seated energy that just wants to come up, the things that you need to see. Ain't that a fucking blip? Why they choose me to tell you, I don't know. But there's some things in your subconscious you're not willing to see. And I'm not here on a public forum for 15 minutes and we're almost done to sit here and tell you about yourself. But you know, baby. You know, that's what you paid me to show you. You know that it's buried. So how do you get there? Sit there and be truthful. Be truthful with yourself. Sometimes you just got to stop. Take a deep breath. Don't feel beat up. Don't feel like, oh my God, what was me? I don't want the chaos. None of those feelings. Those feelings have to step aside and say to yourself, Spirit, what do you want me to do? And when you hear it clearly, without any extras on it, that's the thing. Valerie, does this make sense to you? Again, thank you for entrusting me in this process and thank you for being open. And with that Scorpio rising, I know sometimes it's hard to hear certain things, but you got this. You absolutely got this thing in a way in which you never had before. Now, This is the last thing I'm going to say, which I get. I get it completely. That new moon solar eclipse energy is squaring up your Jupiter. Good. You're not a victim. And I'm glad you don't feel beat up by me. And I want you to pay attention to what the word victim means. Okay? Not that you're sitting there sniveling and feeling sorry for yourself, right? But when you make the decision to do things, you have to make the decisions for yourself in the clearest 100% space available. That's what I mean. Really, really go into that word, victim, and understand what that looks like. Okay? But I understand you in this moment. I understand what it is that I'm feeling because I can't see your face and I can only go off of what it is that I'm being told. There's resistance. I can feel the resistance. That's what I'm feeling, right? Jupiter right now is being squared up by this new moon energy. So again, like with somebody else just recently, with this new moon energy coming in, telling you to see your future clearly different than what you've been relying on, than what you have known yourself to be, than what the world knows you as, what your social circle knows you to be. You got to be somebody totally different. And you got to eradicate all the friends in the social circles outside that are around you, that have been supporting you. You got to be on your own, a lone soldier. That Jupiter is squaring that. And you're thinking to yourself, if I get rid of all of this, I'm getting rid of my juice. I'm getting rid of my blessings. I'm getting rid of my expansion. I'm getting rid of my abundance. But no, you're absolutely changing what your abundance looks like. You're changing your prosperity. Oh, God, I hope you get this. I could feel it. I feel the resistance because you don't want to let certain things go, like a lot of us, including myself. Again, I'm with you on this, but Jupiter is not going to do you like that. Jupiter is not going to do you like that. No resistance. I'm beyond ready for things to change. Okay, so create the walk. There you go. And know that everything that you change and you're about to walk into is for your highest good, baby. Okay? But again, you have to go back to how you want to love yourself. And you got to force people. And I say force, meaning teach people how to love you the same way you love yourself. It's just not enough to say this is how I want to be loved. Because in order to get the chaos out the motherfucking way, you got to lead with the love of yourself. And then the chaos doesn't have anything to feed on. Do you get that? Chaos is only around us when we give it something to feed. Does that make sense? Chaos is around us when we give it something to feed, y'all. I need y'all to really pay attention to that. Because sometimes we don't feel, and this is not just for you, Valerie, but sometimes we don't feel, right, that it's our responsibility or something that we did. It's what's around us, right? But we lean into that. We lean into that. We water it. We accept it. We give it excuses. Okay? And again, this is not just for you, Valerie. This is for everybody. Right? That's what I want you to sit with. That's what I want you to sit with because it's all on you, boo-boo. It's all on you. You got the power. You got the juice now. And it's challenging for people who have not had the juice in their hands. It's very, very challenging to see that. I'm sorry, IG. I'm going to have to let you go and do this last reading without you because I need my phone in order to pull up this last chart. But thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Adios. It's very, very challenging. It's really challenging to know that you got the power sometimes. You're very welcome, Valerie. Can I get a yes, y'all, from the rest of y'all on that? You know, when we're used to like being in a space in which, oh my God, I've been victimized, or I've been in an inferior position, or my worth hasn't been shown. I haven't been given the steering wheel, so to speak. I haven't been asked, what do you want? What do you need? Nobody's ever asked me that before. So when that happens, sometimes it's hard to accept that. Like, for real? Like, I can call the shots? And then some people say, like myself, and then a lot of people, some people go, yeah, I'm ready for that shit. Okay. But when it comes in our minds, I mean, when it comes in our, excuse me for burping, when it comes in our space, and when we have that autonomy, we can get a little bit nervous. Be like, you mean now? I mean, in this moment of time? Like right now? Yeah, what you gonna do? What you want? What you want to eat? Well, I don't know. I've never been asked that before. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Or do I sound ridiculous? I'm not picking on Valerie. Know that. I'm putting in Deidre's information right now. This is the last reading we're going to do. I thank y'all for being here. Damn, 3 hours. A girl been rolling. That's what green tea can do for you and the power of spirit. Let me make sure this information is right, though. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. New York, New York. Well, Rochester. What's up, homie? How you doing, Deirdre? Did I save it? Oh, there we go. All right. I'm going to get to the comments in a minute, see what y'all said about this while I send Deirdre's chart over here to my computer so I can get a better sight of her situation here. So happy to assist. Really, really happy. If y'all want more of this, let me know. If you had a good time or if you feel like you learned something, you feel like you want to get your own little 15-minute read, should I do these pop-ups more? Like, talk to me. I really go off of what it is that I feel that y'all want at times. Why? Because I don't want to waste my time if it's not useful. And I don't want to waste nobody else's time, you dig? So what y'all think about this? Let's go on. D King, that's you? That's Deirdre? Okay. Thank y'all for being here. Again, talk to me. Do more, Lori? All right. If y'all want your own reading, please hit me up on my website at wordlifeastrology.com/readings. Okay. I have hour readings on there as well as where'd it go? As well as no, as well as 90-minute readings as well. And in my readings, what we do is we talk about replace. We talk about we have a moment with our ancestors and with our guides. This thing is bugging me out. I don't see it. We have a moment with our ancestors and our guides. We have a moment reading your natal chart. I don't like this. Okay. You're just going to do it like this because this thing is bugging. That's just weird. Oh my gosh. What are you doing? Sorry, y'all. Having a conversation with technology. Nothing but love, nothing but love. Yes, do more. Okay. Do more of these, D. Okay. All right, D King. Here we go. Last one. Again, thank y'all for being here. I'm sorry. I got thrown off by the thoughts in my mind. Personal readings for an hour and 90 minutes on my website. I said that what we do is we talk to your ancestors a whole lot more. They got a lot to say. We go into your natal chart, depending on what's going on at that time. We can do a bi-wheel or we can do a solar return chart, for your year situation. And then lastly, we always bring the cards in, okay? So this is the last person that's up. This is D. Thank you. Can I get some more? Pet veins. D. Here we go, honey bun. That 29 degrees Virgo. Now, this is something different. And this is also very, very challenging to share Why? Because sometimes the 12th house can be so elusive. That new moon solar eclipse energy that's coming tomorrow, again, 3:54 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday, is hitting your 12th house, your 12th house of subconscious information, your dream time. Your dreams may be freaking off the hook. Oh, Lori, I'm always available. Inshallah, as long as God keeps me on the planet, you can always book another reading, sweetie pie face. So again, D, that new moon solar eclipse energy in Virgo is coming in very, very particular, I may add, in your 12th house of subconscious energy. That's the reason why it's difficult to kind of pinpoint for you, but I'll get there in a minute. But mainly your dreams. Your dreams are off the hook. Have you been dreaming about everything? And here's the deal. If you have not, please do your best to go to bed by drinking a cup of water so you can stay above that REM state. You know what I mean? And you can remember your dreams and then try to get some dream interpretation happening for yourself, right? Because your dreams, messages are coming through your dream time for sure. The 12th house, again, if I didn't say this, is about self-undoing. This newness that's coming in for you, Deirdre, D King, is trying to teach you how to self-undo you. I know that sounds a little poetic and a little general, even a little, just kind of, the word is not coming to me. Elusive. Thank you, Spirit. The word elusive. It might sound elusive, but maybe there was a moment in time, being a Pisces yourself, being the type of person you are, that Libra rise. Maybe there was a moment in time in which you couldn't see yourself, in which you didn't want to see yourself. And I'm saying the good, the bad, the ugly, all of the things. When you didn't want to uncover your wounds, when you didn't want to uncover what your dreams were trying to say to you. Maybe there was a moment in time where that absolutely blew you away, and it allows you to shy away. It allows you to stay away from situations. Well, this new moon in Virgo is coming through. This solar eclipse is saying, I need you to pay attention to you. D King, does that sound? Yeah. Okay. But you got help though. Understand this. As you do that, this is where it gets a little tricky. Let's go around your chart. As you do that, baby, that new moon information that's coming in through your subconscious, waking up your heart. Now, I might have to add this. Hopefully you understand this, is that nobody can understand this with you. Get that. If you were to try to explain this to people so you don't feel crazy or you can get some type of understanding outside of yourself, if you were to try to explain this to somebody, they won't get it. Because the 12th house is very singular. It's very insular. It's inside. It doesn't really, people don't see what it is that you go through. Okay? People don't see what you go through. People don't feel what you go through. You understand? So you to try to talk about this newness that wants to come over you and literally rearrange who you are and put all the stuff out on the table for you to see, for you to drink, for you to taste, for you to, not so much, I don't want that anymore, for you to reevaluate. They don't know about this. So it can further confuse you if you enlist anybody else to see this with you. Now, in addition to that, what that information is doing is also hitting what? It's hitting your Black Moon Lilith in Cancer at 25 degrees in your 10th house. That's not easy. That is not easy. Because as you are reevaluating this newness, now it's good. This newness that's coming in is good for you, right? For Kamika, for all the people that we read, for myself, for everybody, for Felicia, all the stuff is good. It's rearranging us in the best way possible, right? It's bringing up some shadows. It's bringing up the shadows in your 10th house. It's bringing up the shadows in your 10th house for everybody to see. That's the weird thing. As you are changing, as this newness is coming, you got to be all right allowing your slip to show. You know that analogy? You got to be all right to say sorry every now and again. to kind of have an amends to reevaluate and have an amends for people. Does that make sense? I don't know if I said that right. Right? To call folks is going to be on display. Yes, that's right, Duchess Plum. It's going to be on display. You dig? So, and it could look really sensitive. Why? Because that Black Moon Lilith is in Cancer. It could be really emotional, your reaction or somebody else's reaction to it. You know, it could even jar your perspective and perception of the type of mother that you are, or maybe it reflects the kind of mother you had. I know this is a little layered, but get where I'm going. This subconscious energy, that's where the reference point is, right? The new moon solar eclipse energy is the reference point that's triggering off of all this shit I'm about to tell you. That motherfucker, you coming up into yourself, seeing the things and putting it out on display, is also displaying the type of mother that you are to the public, good, bad, and different. It's also displaying your emotional body. It's also displaying whatever it is that you need to change about the woman in you. People see it. This is interesting. What it's also doing is squaring up your north node. You thought you was going in another direction, in which you are in this lifetime. But this new moon solar eclipse energy feels like it's taking you off your track. Feels like it's taking you off your purpose. Maybe you're the type of person that, you know, loves to work or loves to be involved or loves to give to people, loves to be of service. Well, for the moment, with this new moon energy coming in, telling you to rework your subconscious, for the moment, it's taking you off your purpose. It's taking you off your ability to, like, you're like, damn, I can't be that sensitive towards people. I can't be that available to people. I can't be that emotionally, that safe place for people right now. I'm just saying. Because its newness is saying, we got work for you to do on you, boo-boo. And you got to be discerning and particular about that thing, Virgo style. You don't have the energy. You don't have the propensity to like save every fucking body right now, to be emotionally available for everybody right now. That can throw you off. But I want you to remember that this is what they said. Okay, it's important that you remember this is what they said. It might throw you off, but you're right on time with it, because you have to get off the track in order to get back on track in a new way. I hope that makes sense, Steve. Right? Also, this new moon, they working on you. This new moon solar eclipse going into your 12th house, your subconscious, is also trining your Chiron, 23 degrees Taurus. It's a good thing. So it's not only hitting your shadow sides, which is different. That's Black Moon Lilith. It's also hitting your Chiron, which are your childhood wounds. Now, your childhood wounds may center around your sexuality, may center around abuse of sexuality, may center around your own subconscious thoughts of who you are, of who you thought you were. It may bring up some shit for you. It may bring up your lack of trust for people. I hope this makes sense. This is a big deal. This is a huge, I feel like you're like, I know this is going to sound disgusting and a little off, but it feels like you're throwing up. This new moon solar eclipse hitting in your subconscious, hitting your Black Moon Lilith, throwing you off of your path of your north node, and also activating your Chiron. It's like blah. And everybody's looking at you and you like, I had no idea this shit was coming out. Yeah, 10th house, I had no idea this was coming out. I have to literally regurgitate. I have to let this thing go. Does that make sense, D? New beginnings all over the place, Valerie. Let me tell you why. Because again, this is the second new moon in Virgo. They try to tell you on August 23rd what to do. This is for everybody, including you, D King. They try to tell y'all what to do, us too, me too. Tell us what to do around August 23rd, because that was the first new moon in Virgo. Now, this new moon in Virgo is an eclipse, right? At 29 degrees, a second chance to get it in the same energetic vibration. So it's like, if you don't know this to be true, it's really making you, like, hitting you in the back, so to speak, right? Back to D King. So here's this upchuck, because these wounds, this Chiron wounds, baby, this is some shit that you've been trying to get up off of for a long time. And the Pisces in you, again, like I said to Valerie, it may, I believe it's Valerie, what I said to the other person, it may throw you off emotionally. It may question the victim in you. It may question your own passive aggressive movements. But I know you're ready, and I know she was ready as well. And it's time that you lean into that. But for you, baby, it's taken out so much. It's a purge. I'm so glad. Yes, Christy said that. I thought D King said that. The purge is real. It feels like morning sickness for you, Christy, but also definitely for D, right? Let me continue on. Girl. All right. I like that, though. I like that. So with the purging of all those things that I just said, North Node, taking you off track, but putting you back on track eventually, that Black Moon Lilith, your shadows, your repressions, you understand? Those wounds, those childhood wounds around your sexuality, or you not trusting people, right? Your moon is at 26 degrees Capricorn. What it says, again, we can deal with this. We can handle this. Emotionally, I'm going to be embarrassed by the things that come up, but emotionally, I'm able to rock with this. I'm going to show up. Now, the other part of that too, though, is you don't necessarily have to show up in the self-righteous way. For people that have that moon in Capricorn, you don't have to show up in the self-righteous way. You got to show up in a way in which you literally, especially for you, because all the shit is being thrown up and purged, right? You got to own it. That Capricorn emotion in you that wants to be right, trust me, that wants to be the boss, that is the boss, that wants to be self-righteous every now and again, just has to own it. You just got to eat it. Yep, that's my throw up. Yep, that's how I was. Yeah, I was a little judgmental on that. Yep, I didn't understand that too much. Yeah, I could have been a victim on these things. Oh, yeah, okay. And you got to say it to yourself, specifically, probably your family. Because your moon at 26 degrees Capricorn sits in your fourth house. That's a big deal. That's a huge motherfucking deal. So your family got to know that. I kind of feel like your family needs to know that. They're the first people that need to know about this thing, because they are what it's like that first layer of, once we change ourselves, then our family get to see the change, then our coworker and friends, right? And then the world, you dig? So with your friends seeing it, it's almost like your family seeing it, it's almost like you testing the new on them. You're testing how you're able to handle this specifically emotionally on them, grabbing a hold of it, understanding it, being responsible for it, making a plan on how not to do it. Again, being very ritualistic and or serious about how I'm not necessarily changing myself, but how I'm going to sustain it. Because your moon in Capricorn says we got to sustain this. This has to be forever. Does that make sense to you, DK? I've been becoming undone. It's the trust dynamic. Yes. That undone is at 12th house. But I'm trying to show you what's being undone as well. Through Chiron, Black Moon Lilith, through, like I said, the North Node getting off place. You know what I mean? Through your emotions. I love that your emotions is in alignment with this new moon solar eclipse, because it's not throwing your feelings out of whack. Right? It's not throwing your feelings out of whack. This is a good fucking thing. And Capricorn loves Pisces too. So the Pisces in you could even rock with it. You got to step into being your own boss about it, though. And put the middle finger up in a loving way to those that don't understand it. Okay? Also, one last thing. It can confuse you on some level of the things to say. Neptune is sitting at 29 degrees Sagittarius. That new moon solar eclipse is hitting that Neptune at 29 degrees Sagittarius. That's a direct square, which means there may be times in which you really don't know what to do. You don't know what to say. You don't know what to do around your environment, your local environment. You don't know what to write. You don't know how to converse a thought, how to converse a thing. You don't have to. You get that? You don't have to know exactly how to, not necessarily move, but you don't have to know how to be specific in how to talk, how to hear, how to write, how to process the thoughts right now. Get lost in the best way in your imagination with this thing. Get lost in the best way and allowing spirit to lead you, right? This self undoing that you are going through, literally, you're being led by a little thread I just saw, like a little silver thread that's pulling you through the fog. Let it. Let it. The Neptune is at 29 degrees Sagittarius. That's a direct square to that new moon solar eclipse energy. Your moon is at 26 degrees Capricorn. That's almost a direct -3 degrees. Okay. You asked all of that. Yeah. Yeah. I want you to know they are working for you. And lastly, love this, that new moon solar eclipse is a semi-sextile 30 degrees away from your Pluto. So in the best way possible, it's sitting in your first house. In the best way possible, it's changing up your complete identity of self. It's transforming how fair you are to you and only you. And when you become fair, after you do the undoing, as the undoing is doing the undoing, you are becoming more fair and more just to yourself. And it's a powerful transformation, excuse me, that's going to leave you looking quite differently to everybody else. Let it. Again, they're not going to get you. Again, they're not going to understand. Again, you're going to come out of this a different type of partner too. Maybe before you felt like you were blending in your partnerships. You felt like you were blending and you were losing yourself. After this self undone, you're going to be undoing. You're going to be able to see yourself quite clearly, young lady. I am excited for you on that. That's a big deal. Welcome it. Open up to it. Allow it to bend you and move you and mold you. Even though sometimes that Neptune is like, I can't see. I don't know what I'm doing. Fuck this shit. Let's dismiss this shit. Let's get back on the happy. Let's find something to smoke. Let's find something to drink. Let's escape. Let's do. No, ma'am. Stay clear. Stay clear. Nobody's saying you can't have something to smoke. Nobody's saying you can't utilize your escapisms. You can't watch TV. You can't zone out, Pisces. Nobody's saying you can't do those things, but you have to do them in the minimum because spirit wants to speak through the clouds. Spirit wants to speak through the mists. Use your prayers more importantly because Neptune wants to fight against that, but we can activate Neptune to help you. Okay? Okay. Questions, D. King. This was an exercise, y'all. 3 hours straight. Gotta love it. Love God. I love y'all. And I'm open up for any questions that y'all may have. The 8 people, the 9 people that's on here. Thank you for your patience. If somebody is on here that's new, thank you for being here. Please consider joining and subscribing to my channel and becoming a part of our beautiful family here. Every Mondays, we do a rundown, general transits for the week at 12 p.m. Pacific time. Please join us. Please consider liking this video on your way out, and it will be here for you to rewind and revisit, for you to use as reference in any particular way that you need to. I'm so grateful that you are here. I love you, sweet lady. Duchess Plum, Valerie, right? How do I get Neptune to help me through this? Pray. So remember, and I know that sounds very elusive and general as fuck, but that's the best thing about Neptune. Neptune is about prayer and about the spirit world. Neptune is about art, music. Surround yourself. That's the most beautiful thing to do, to surround yourself with music, the music that you like, that keeps your vibration high. Whether it's spiritual music, classical music, hip hop, whatever keeps your vibration excited and again, moving forward and feeling elated to be alive. Music can help you do that. Again, it's changing the molecules in your environment to bring the new in. You dig? Music. what you need to stay away from, because Neptune is really weird. It flip-flops, it shapeshifts, right? And you can easily fall into escapisms and easily fall into blaming people, easily fall into confusion and delusion, easily fall into obsessions. You understand what I'm saying? No, ma'am. That's what you want to steer away from. But you want spirit to help you. You want to up your prayer game. Pray all day, every day. Keep your mind clear as possible. You did? I hope that helps you in some kind of way. Whatever it is that you do to up your spiritual game, you know what that is. A lot of people ask, and this is not just you asking, but a lot of people ask for tools, in which I'm happy to share what I do and what I know of. But at the same time, we all have our own tools. And the best thing about growing up is figuring out what works for us, right? You can adopt and adapt to what everybody else does, but if it don't work for you, you got to find something else for you, boo-boo. Is it walking barefoot outside? Is it sitting by, the ocean, being a Pisces, I believe you are? I already got rid of your chart. So is it sitting by the ocean? You know what I mean? Is it doing... My dog just farted. That stinks, Mystic. Right? What is it that works for you, honey? Hi, T-Vibe. I'm so glad that you stopped by, and I'm glad you enjoyed and hung out with us today. Wow, ride or die for 3 hours. Was you in here for 3 hours with us? Oh, I feel so grateful and humbled by that. I appreciate you. So, so happy. Anybody have any general questions real quick? I'm nice and hot and I'm ready to assist in whatever way that I can. Thank you for the donations once again. Thank y'all for being on here and assisting in the way that you are. I really appreciate your patience. I appreciate your energy and what it is that you shared with us all. Yeah, I remember Pisces, right? I appreciate your energy and what you shared with us all, and holding each other up, you know what I mean? And working through some of any of the resistance, even if there wasn't, that you could see. But good. Thank you for being here, sweetie pie. T-Vibe, I appreciate you. I really, 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 really do. And since I don't see any questions or any other concerns or whatever, we just gonna get on out of here, okay? Y'all take care of yourself, and I'll see y'all on Monday. Oh, by the way, to the 9 people that's in here, you can get a little prelude. I'm having a Wordlife Astrology retreat, The Village and I. We cordially invite you to our retreat to Sequoia in May 29th, 28th to June 1st. It's up on my website. I'm going to tell everybody on Monday, but I'm telling y'all right now, there are only 7 spots available. 7. Yes, because the village took up most of the spots. But we are inviting you. And I'm going to shut it down once we get either somebody pays in total or the deposit that reserves your spot by paying the total amount or the deposit. And once we get those 7 people, we're going to shut it down. So go to my website to check out any specific information, the details at wordlifeastrology.com /retreats. You can even see some testimonies and the past retreats that we went on, a couple of pictures and all the things that we did. I really, really, really want y'all that feel like you're supposed to be there to come. Okay, understand this. In the past, I've always had a couple of people that come with their own agenda, but my retreats are retreats. You understand that? We're not there for vacation. We're not here to cater. We're here to be comfortable, but we're going to be in the midst of some gigantic 300-foot sequoia trees, basking in the light and the love and the reverence of these ancient trees. And I really, really want whoever feels pulled to be there, okay? And if you have problems with money and all kinds of sorts, you got to pay. But please email me. If there's something that we can do it. We'll do it. But if you feel called, get ready to come in community with some beautiful, beautiful people. My village that I hold dear to my heart, they're my sisters. And we go deep, fast. So if you feel like you need that kind of loving and you want to make some good friends and be around some beautiful trees and do a workshop, just one, maybe go to a hot spring, you know what I'm saying? And also I'm performing. I'm bringing my band up there and we're going to do an acoustic set. We're going to have a good time. All 3 meals per day are included and a ride from the Fresno airport. Anyway, that's that. I just wanted to say that for the few people that's on here. Go to my website and sign up today before I announce it on Monday. All right, y'all. I love you so much and enjoy the rest of your Saturday. And happy, happy, happy new moon solar eclipse in Virgo. Let's get it in. Let's be new. It's time. Adios.